Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and assorted people of the internet. I am James Phoenix, and this is, once again, the WWE Fantasy LOG. We're going to do our usualness of going through some news, talking about Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, and scoring the whole thing for the Fantasy League, and maybe figuring out who I'm hearing myself on an echo of.
It shouldn't be me. I'm on a headset.
Everybody's on a headset, so... Testing? No, it's not you, John. Doesn't matter. It's not that bad. Anyway, joining me as always are Jeff, John, and Tiff.
Yo.
Say hi to the internet.
Hello, Internet.
All right. Okay. So, given that we're closing it in December, Jeff, we're going to do a new plan. Send Tiff a webcam for Christmas.
Maybe we should start like a Patreon or something to afford one.
Send her a webcam and a WWE t-shirt.
Yeah. The t-shirt, maybe. I can just go buy her an Italian one.
That's a big assumption, don't you think?
Well, her t-shirt says Queen of Hearts on it, you idiot!
I'm aware of that, but Italia's not even on her team, you idiot.
Yeah, but she's the Queen of Hearts. It makes the most sense. She should have a t-shirt that says Queen of Hearts on it.
Tiff, do you want a Queen of
I'm
Hearts?
in Canada.
Yeah.
And she's in Canada.
Do you want a Queen of Hearts t-shirt, or would you rather a different one?
I don't know. I don't look at the merchandise.
Browse WWEshop.com later and get back to us. Anyway.
If she wants a t-shirt from someone on her team, I'll just get her a modern-day Maharaja t-shirt.
No one should ever have that t-shirt. No.
I'm sad that they probably make that.
Oh, I don't doubt they make that, but that's not the point.
Everyone in India probably has it.
No, they're all wearing their Great Khali t-shirts.
Yeah.
Everyone. Well, actually, it makes sense for Tiff to have it because modern day Maharaja is Canadian. He's the Canadian treasure. Did you hear the reaction he got when they went to Canada? He was welcomed like a hero.
Wait, are you kidding me? Oh my God.
Hold up. He's from Canada. Calling him a treasure, calm that shit down. Don't say things you can't take back.
Thank you. By the way, random note, WWEshop.com has a Southpaw Regional Wrestling section.
Of course they do. Makes sense. It's popular enough. Why not make money on it?
Yes.
That is good.
Isn't that Vince McMahon's creed? If it's popular, I will sell it.
Yeah, that's true. You are not wrong. Okay, anyway.
Old man Vince, he's supposedly coming back to TV.
Oh, speaking of which, Jeff, if you want to get a jump on this, there's a deal running right now, 2 days only. Buy 2 t-shirts, get a third one for $1.
Ah.
Should you want to capitalize on that. If you want, you can get her. Actually, Natalia has a brand new t-shirt, the Raws Out, Claws Out t-shirt.
Now, if I get her any Natalia t-shirt, it'll be the Queen of Hearts.
You're making a big assumption.
You're really stuck on that Queen of Hearts.
Yeah, what the hell, dude? Not cool.
I mean, you guys came up with that name, and I just kind of agreed, but I mean, hey.
Let her pick her own name and t-shirt. Fuck's sake.
Hey, you're the one who gave her the name. I
didn't give her the fucking name.
Oh, I didn't give her the
that
name.
Shit on me.
I thought you were the one that came up with it. I didn't give her the name. What, did Mole give her the name? I don't know.
I don't know. Tiff, who gave you the name?
I don't know. It was somebody in the group here, so I don't know if it was the group or if it was Mole or it was just. I just know it was somebody.
Yeah, there is still the Queen of Hearts t-shirt is only $12.99 right now, actually.
Yeah. Well, that's because it's one of her older t-shirts, though. It makes sense.
Yeah. Although I noticed that that's the regular one. The women's one is actually $25, but it's part of the buy 2 get 1 for $1 mix and match deal.
Mm.
So think about that. Anyway.
Yeah, then I just have to pay it for shipping.
What's that, Jeff?
On to the news.
Oh yeah, we should probably do that, huh? Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough. Then we will deal with that. Wow, there's a Walking with Elias World Tour t-shirt.
Of course there is. It's the one he wears every Monday night.
Fair enough. I approve. Okay. Okay. Anyway, all new retro apparel section. Yes.
You can look at that later.
Jeff, they got a retro Hardy Boys T-shirt
Ooh, okay, I might take a look at that.
and the DX Break It Down shirt.
I don't need that. I have a DX T-shirt.
Fair enough. Yes. Hardy Boys Fear is only a 4-letter word retro T-shirt.
Don't remember that one. Okay.
Jim, sidetrack.
It's Jim. He always gets sidetracked. We learn to deal with it.
Oh, there's also the DX World's Biggest Member T-shirt.
I do remember that one.
Oh, there's the Hardy Boys with the logo. It says Hardy's on it.
That might be the one I might get.
Oh, Raw is Jericho.
Oh, you found one you want.
There we go. That'll work. Anyway, let's go back into the thing. We'll browse merchandise at a later time.
No, we won't because you're still browsing it.
No, we will. I'm at the end anyway. There's only so many.
Exit out, Jim. Exit out.
I have to
Close
keep.
the window.
I have to keep something open to do the news. I can't X everything out.
No, you can X out that window, you idiot, or that tab.
Yeah. Anyway.
Maybe they have a Chris Jericho T-shirt that says "You idiot" on it, and we can send it to Jeff. 'Cause that seems to be his new.
He probably has a stupid idiot T-shirt. I don't doubt it.
I thought he didn't because he believed that heels shouldn't sell merch or something. Because everyone wanted a stupid idiot T-shirt, and there hasn't been one forever. And that was the only reason I saw people give. It's like,
Yeah, he's a face now. They started selling the list shirts, so they might have made one.
Hopefully.
I'll check it later. Let's go ahead and start off with the news per the usual.
Don't touch that dial.
Anyway.
What? It's a saying.
It's a saying from the 50s. We're not in the 50s. We're not even on television. Nobody has used dials in 20 years.
Don't click
Probably
that button.
Don't click that mouse would be more accurate. Anyway.
Don't flick that
Never. Same diff.
Or that. So, let's talk about Baron Corbin.
Oh yeah, he's in heat.
He who has been buried?
Indeed. There's now another reason floating around for why he might be buried. Baron Corbin's situation has been a hot topic of discussion over the last few weeks, especially after it was thought he was earmarked for a title reign, was given Money in the Bank, and it was all seemingly scrapped and his push stopped. Speculation was rampant on the cause of it being booked in that manner, and rumors were rampant from John Cena being responsible to some other incident being the main cause. According to a report at PW Insider, neither Twitter nor Cena was the reason, but rather an incident that occurred in the first week of August when WWE brought in Dr. Joseph Maroon, head of the company's wellness policy, to discuss the importance of concussions. During that meeting, Maroon discussed a recent study about NFL players and concussions, which appeared to downplay the scenario that football players would always go on to develop CTE. Corbin reportedly took exception to this as a former player who is currently involved in a class action lawsuit against the NFL and went back and forth with Maroon even to the point where he stated that he knows Maroon is against CTE. Maroon then had to spend several minutes defending himself in a situation that others described as awkward. While multiple people felt that Corbin did nothing wrong except speak his opinions and that it was impressive he spoke up in that manner in front of management, there's others who felt it was the wrong time and place and that he should have pulled Maroon aside after the fact to discuss his counterpoints. Because it disrupted the flow of the meeting, it took away the emphasis of educating talent. It's believed this is what led to WWE booking him in the way that they have. However, Corbin remains in the mix at the top of SmackDown, and there's no permanent punishment for anything like that to speak of.
I just like he's calling a dude that downplays the how bad concussions are. He gets called out, and they're just like, boo that other guy who is concerned about his safety.
Yep.
WWE, stay classy.
Well, for those at home wondering, that CTE would be chronic traumatic encephalopathy, which is a degenerative brain disease found in athletes. The result of repeated blows to the head.
Daniel Bryan.
No, that's a neck injury.
I thought he got basically
he has both.
Retired for concussions.
He has both.
Corey Graves, that one too.
Yeah. Speaking of Corey Graves, let's segue back in. Let's segue into the world of commentary for a minute.
Oh no! Oh god, this yeah.
So, of course, we all heard last week that JBL is stepping back from his duties on commentating SmackDown.
And WWE missed a huge opportunity and probably fucked up. But go ahead.
Potentially. But we will find out. So with JBL stepping down, of course, there needed to be some shifting in commentary assignments to compensate for that loss. So it was revealed on WWE's Twitter earlier this week that Corey Graves will be taking over for JBL commentating on SmackDown starting this past Tuesday, if you saw SmackDown. And as a result of that, in order to not, burn out Corey Graves, he will be stepping away from 205 Live and will be replaced by former commentator of the British tournament, Nigel McGuinness.
And Jim is frozen. Oh, there we go.
Hello.
That was a weird look.
Hmm.
That was Jim with the mental disorder look.
That's offensive.
Probably. Yeah.
You didn't see the look.
I don't care.
Still
The company's
probably
website that posted that Graves will be replacing JBL, and he'll commentate Raw and SmackDown while Nigel McGuinness is taking over on 205 Live. So that's your new commentary setup as of this week.
So it's Graves, Saxton, and who?
The other guy.
Phillips.
Yeah, him.
Oh yeah,
Tom
young boy
Phillips.
Tom.
Tom Phillips. That'd be the guy.
See what they should have done? They should have brought Mauro Ranallo back to SmackDown. Be like, yeah, you're the voice of SmackDown now. By the way, JBL quit.
Isn't he the
He's the voice of NXT.
Yeah, thank you. That's where I was getting at.
Yeah, he'll still have Vince telling him what to do on SmackDown. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he won't have to deal with like all the bullying and shit because JBL won't be there.
Yeah, but it wasn't just
He won't have to deal with that, but he'll have to deal with Vince being like, "Be more like Cole," and everyone else going, "No."
Yeah. Speaking of JBL stepping down, a report by Justin Barrasso at Sports Illustrated, JBL actually gave his notice to WWE that he was going to be leaving almost 11 months ago when his contract expired in October 2016, which would mean he decided to leave the company well before the controversy with Ronaldo surfaced. When the Ronaldo incident came to light, there was significant pressure on WWE's board of directors to fire JBL or at least reassign him to a lesser position, but Vince resisted those calls and refused to cave into public pressure as he felt the situation would blow over. While all that has happened, and Ronaldo has ended up back with the company, the announcement that JBL was moving on came late last week and appears to be primarily travel related. They have booked Layfield to arrive each week for SmackDown by Sunday, but he began changing those plans on his own and arriving on Tuesday, just in time for his on-air role on the program.
Yep, as I mentioned last week.
JBL, who lives in Bermuda, was doing this for 2 months before being confronted by WWE officials.
He lives in Bermuda?
Who felt that he was likely just burnt out for travel, so when his resignation came in, it surprised the company. Yeah, apparently Bermuda.
Okay. Douchebag.
Yeah. Yeah, Bermuda. Huh, okay. Fair enough.
But yeah, that missed a huge opportunity. Can you imagine how much good publicity that WWE would have gotten if Mauro Ranallo came back?
Yeah.
To take JBL's spot of all spots.
Yeah. But the problem is that wouldn't work because they need a quality color commentator.
Well, you still bring Corey Graves over.
Corey Graves.
Yeah, again, you bring Corey Graves over and you move one of the other two boring people back down to NXT.
Yeah, they'd still need a quality color commentator, though.
Oh.
Sorry, Booker T is dealing with a fucking storm.
I said good.
Oh.
You're missing the point here.
Yeah, somebody
is back actually on Raw this week.
Yeah, that was last week. Who was it, Jeff? Was it you that was saying that they should have put Lita on SmackDown?
I never said that, but
somebody said
I can see that. Maybe that
Might
was
have
Tiff. I don't know.
That might have been Mole.
Was it Mole? Okay.
Might have been Mole.
I can see it.
Yeah, somebody said that they had Lita commentating the women's tournament. They should have just put her on SmackDown.
I don't know if she'd be any good as a color commentator, but I could see it.
Well, she's been in the ring. She's got the experience, certainly.
That doesn't mean she has the mic skill to be a color commentator.
Yeah.
Now, one of the Hardy Boys,
Now-
if they use like the broken gimmick, yes, I could see that easily being color commentary.
Wait, no, now, here's a counterpoint, though. Let's be honest here. Outside of guest commentators, when was the last time there was a color commentator with the skills, the mic skills, to be a color commentator?
Last week on Raw.
Maybe 15 years ago he did.
He's still better than anyone who does the job today. You have to admit that.
He's still not the king of yesteryear, though. He's sellout. I'm gonna sit here and just talk in a high voice and accomplish nothing, king.
True.
He's not. I'm gonna strategically put over the heels while still being beloved, king.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving along. Speaking of WWE policies that are pissing everybody off. So, you know what sucks the most about being a WWE superstar this year?
Having to kowtow to Vince McMahon?
Besides that,
I working at the end of the year.
yes, working on Christmas and New Year's. Because it was announced earlier in this week that Raw will be, for the first time in, I believe it's
Ever?
20 years. I think 20 years was the time frame. I don't have it in front of me, but I believe it was 20 years. Raw will actually be airing live on Monday, December 25th, and Monday, January the 1st. This is unprecedented broadcast. Oh no, and it's the first time that they will present those two on holidays. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Also, SmackDown will be live on the 26th at the 2nd, of course. Backstage rumor on this is that this was not Vince's idea, but they were pressured into it by the USA Network.
Which again we mentioned last week.
This didn't come up last week. You have a really bad habit of keeping track of what was said on last week's show and what we just bullshit about during the week. Pay attention. Needless to say, this announcement pissed off a lot of families of WWE superstars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but none of them are that outspoken. Oh, wait.
The wives of not one but both of the Hardy Boys had something to say about this.
Of course they did.
Jeff's wife Beth Hardy added, "Christmas Day? Really? Some are sensitive to my public complaining, so let me not publicly complain about our Christmas Day without Jeff." And of course, Rebby Hardy just threw in, "Christmas is ruined." Sad face, crying face. Picture of the Grinch. So, yeah. And then, let's see, what else we got on this Christmas and New Year's situation?
Indeed.
You pop up this thing up here, paste and go this. Alright, so, now, in terms of locations for these programs, the rumored location for the Christmas Day Raw is at the Allstate Arena in Chicago, while SmackDown the next night is going to be on Boxing Day, is also expected to be held at the same arena. As for the New Year's Day Raw, the rumored location is either Miami or Orlando, Florida, and SmackDown the next night is being considered for Tampa if Raw is in Miami, or Orlando again if Raw is also there. And yeah, as noted, it's apparently a decision pushed by USA Network and not WWE. It will be the first time in more than 30 years that the company will be airing a live program on Christmas. So once upon a time, there was some live WWE program on Christmas. And lastly but not leastly, not just the families, but the superstars themselves are apparently unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
When word got out this week that they would be having a live Raw on the 25th of first, there was naturally some unhappiness amongst the talent. WWE has traditionally given everyone Christmas and usually New Year's off too. In past years, when Raw fell on a Monday, it says when Raw fell on a Monday. I'm assuming when Christmas fell on a Monday.
Yeah.
The company would pre-tape the shows and air it on delay instead of live. The biggest gripe will likely be because some wrestlers will have to leave for their flights on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve just to make it to the show the next day, as WWE wants everyone in the arena by early afternoon. So, yeah. So, we offer our sincere "that sucks and we support you" to the talent of WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Yeesh.
It also kind of sucks for WWE too, because WWE by law has to pay them like 150% to work the holiday, and they're basically being forced into that by the USA Network. So USA is literally costing WWE a whole fuckload of money.
No, they don't.
Just to do that. Don't they? I thought they have to pay like overtime or like holiday pay, so they have to pay more for their workers.
Except, you have to remember, WWE avoids all that shit because they're not their workers. They are contracted at talent. Each talent is considered independently employed.
Independent.
And I'm sure Vince is going to throw in bonuses just because he agrees that this is complete horse shit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he threw in something.
Maybe.
I'm also wondering, what are the numbers going to be for attendees at these places?
0.
Well, here's
I
what
mean, on a normal, like the last couple weeks, SmackDown has had empty seats. Like,
yeah, the last week SmackDown's arena was half empty. They moved everybody over to the not camera side of the arena, so it looked full.
Well, I can pretty much guarantee you, Raw on at least Christmas. I don't know about New Year's. They may have people on Christmas. Their attendance is going to be 0 because Raw airs or goes live in the middle of fucking Christmas dinner. No one's going to show up.
Well, depending on how it airs, for like somebody like me, it'd be after dinner.
No, but we're talking about the attendance at the arena.
Okay, yeah.
All the Jewish people show up. They're like, what? It's Monday.
Well, they made it. That's true. I didn't think about that. Good point.
For those of you watching at home, I want you to do me a quick favor. I want you to, when you're done watching this video, or pause this video and keep it in a separate tab, go over to YouTube, and I want you to type in Saturday Night Live, Christmas Time for the Jews. You'll thank me later. It's Christmas time for the Jews. Anyway. So, yeah. But I have 2 comments about this. Number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing as it's apparently the Christmas time Raw is gonna be in Chicago, nobody's gonna buy tickets to show up, and there's probably not gonna be anybody watching it. That's the night you bring CM Punk back just to piss everybody off.
Oh, if only.
And my second thought was, if Vince were smart, he wanted to throw a quote-unquote bonus, what he would do to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, because Vince likes to do that, is he would spend money to help himself, and he would say, look, we're being forced to do Raw on Christmas. Nobody is going to show up for Raw on Christmas, more likely than not. So here's what because my other question is, especially in a city like Chicago, is mass transit going to be running on Christmas? Are people going to be able to get to the fucking arena?
I don't know.
Also, how pissed off are the arena employees that they have to work on Christmas?
They are probably getting time and a half. So.
Oh yes, that's true. They work for the city. They're probably union.
Also, yeah. Well, also, it seems like there'd be a decent chance for like snow or something.
That too. If there's a snowstorm, the whole thing is just, well, that was a waste of fucking time.
Oh man, that would be. Oh.
If there's a snowstorm, none of the superstars are going to show because they'll be like, well, we can't even get there. Sorry.
Bradshaw will be like, my plane can't leave. It's like, you're in Bermuda.
You're
Bermuda. Like, I'm snowed in here. They're like, you don't even work here anymore. Shut up.
Ladies and gentlemen, there was a snowstorm in Chicago, and these superstars can't arrive. We now cut to a makeshift ring in Stamford, Connecticut, where Triple H will wrestle a broom for 3 hours.
Yes.
But assuming there is not, in fact, a snowstorm, if Vince wanted to kill two birds with one stone and have his arena populated for his show and get some nice points in with his employed talent, what he would do is say, okay, this sucks for us all around. I'm not the one doing this for once. And I don't want to. And I don't want to have a night full of empty arena matches. Meanwhile, over there, and Miz is like, "Oh, now he says it."
Yes.
But anyway, what Vince would do is he would say, "Here's what we're gonna do. So it's on Christmas. So what we're gonna do is you guys had to be here at the arena for the show on Monday for Christmas. What we want you to do is I'm gonna pay for plane tickets. Everybody bring all your family members, and they'll be the audience." And they can all just sit and watch Raw for free, and that way you'll have your families with you for Christmas, and they can watch you perform, and we'll have an audience.
That'd be pretty.
No,
That's what I
Christmas dinner.
No, that ends badly. We see what happens whenever they do Thanksgiving dinner on TV. You don't want to do a Christmas dinner.
Well, that'll be off TV.
Well, maybe.
Since they're going to be forcing them to work around Christmas dinner time, it's like, come in early, eat dinner, puke it in the ring.
Yeah.
At least your families will be fed.
Yeah. I want that to be spray painted on a modified T-shirt now.
What?
Sleep, eat Christmas dinner, conquer, repeats.
You can make it in 2K18.
Yeah. Anyway. So, yes, sucks to be them. We'll see how it plays out. The only thing we can hope will make everybody feel better is hopefully old Saint Mick will put in an appearance. Because he lives for that shit.
If old Saint Mick has a good hip, yeah, maybe.
Jim,
He had his hip surgery. He's
John,
okay.
you're going to show up?
Nice. Anyway. You know what? Since you said that, I wasn't gonna do this, but I'm gonna segue into this real quick because fuck it. Speaking of hips, and John, there are some reports regarding how he was put off of Raw at the end of this past week's show. That Big Show might actually be having a hip surgery. He might need a minor hip procedure, but whether he has a surgery or not, he's not expected to be consistently on TV anymore, as his career is basically winding down anyway.
Yeah.
So let's segue that right into the injury report. What the hell? First note, just off the bat, Ric Flair is scheduled to have another surgery, but it is not nearly as drastic or threatening as the last one that he pulled through. This is expected to be much more minor and easier to get through, so he's expected to make a full recovery. So, still with you, Nate.
Woo!
Woo!
The question is he going to be healthy enough when the 4 Horsewomen versus 4 Horsewomen feud goes into full swing?
Is Bailey?
Yeah, because she's been showing up without any kind of arm support, so her arm obviously is not that injured if she can move it freely. She's been going under physical therapy, so.
Did you elbow drop something? You elbow drop.
But yeah, speaking of Bailey, at the
That's how you do it.
Mae Young Classic semifinals, after the Shayna Baszler match, 3 of the 4 horsewomen of WWE squared off against the 4 horsewomen of UFC, just stared at each other. And then after the event, because this was at the end of the match, and then sweaty Shayna went off to go take a shower, presumably. And then after the event, they the 3v3 met up in the parking lot and had a stare down, and Ronda Rousey was like, name the place and the time.
Yep. Well, I was going to get to that.
Hey, he's the one that mentioned Bailey. I figured it was a good segue. But Bailey showed up again just wearing a t-shirt. She didn't have like anything on her arm. Probably kinesio tape on her shoulder. So my assumption is she's okay. It's just she just doesn't have full range of motion yet, and she's just working on that.
because I was going to finish the injury report and then segue into that.
But I think it's pretty much a foregone conclusion because it came out this last week that WWE actually signed for the women from the Mae Young Classic, like officially signed to NXT. I can't remember the fourth one, but they signed Shayna Baszler. They signed her opponent for the finals, Kairi Sane, and they signed. I think it was Bianca Belair. I think is the third one they signed. I can't remember the fourth one. It might have been Princess Suki Heat. I don't remember.
Okay.
I can't find the list that I saw that, but yeah. So they signed those 4 women, and so because Shayna Baszler is all but basically she's signed, and Triple H, I don't know if he meant this legitimately, but apparently on a talk show, basically offered Ronda Rousey a WWE contract. He was like, "The offer's on the table. Come see me if you want it," kind of thing. It's like, wait, what?
Okay then.
So, and also because they're constantly having these run-ins, the 2 groups, it wouldn't surprise me if WWE doesn't already have them all signed, and they just haven't announced it yet.
The article is quoted him as saying that Ronda has been a huge fan of WWE her whole life. That she's adamant, very adamant about that. She has done plenty of stuff for us before. I think you're watching that were watching a clip at the time when he was saying this, that he didn't know why they were showing it, and that again, that she's a huge fan, and that I'll throw it out right now that if she's interested in the opportunity, we're all about personalities, and that's what he brings to what she brings to the table and stuff of the like.
Yep. And so, given the fact that Shayna has been signed and Triple H is basically thrown out, we want Ronda Rousey, it would be kind of stupid of them not to sign the other 2.
Mm-hmm.
So, my guess is they're probably all but signed at this point, especially since they seem to be really pushing hard this 4 horsewomen versus 4 horsewomen feud.
Yeah.
And then, of course, missing 4 horsewomen, the boss, Sasha Banks, who was off filming other shit, tweeted in saying, "I'm with you." So kind of tweeting in her support with her girls. So I don't know, with the conflicting reports that have come in recently of Sasha not being happy with WWE and teasing like quitting and stuff like that. I don't know what's going to happen here.
I don't know. So here's what we're gonna do real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I have to run downstairs for a second. I apologize, but here's what I'm going to do. So if you want to go ahead and continue on, I'm going to leave this to you, Jeff. Continue on the topic. Okay. Go ahead and read these.
Okay. We'll see what we got here. Oh, he actually has an article about the latest on the backstage plans for said storyline. So, backstage rumor is that WWE will likely run another Horsewoman versus Horsewoman angle at the upcoming September 12th show in Las Vegas, Nevada. That would be where the finals of the Mae Young Classic will take place. Well, yeah, that makes sense. The speculation is that it will lead to a match between the UFC Horsewoman and the WWE Horsewoman at Survivor Series. Again, that kind of makes sense. If that's the case, then that means they basically have to be signed at this point, if they're going to do a big lead up to Survivor Series. See, from the Horsewomen match, it would then lead to Ronda Rousey appearing at WrestleMania 34 next year in a likely singles match, with the 2 most talked about opponents being either Stephanie McMahon or Charlotte. Oh God, if she fights Stephanie, that match is going to be complete shit.
I know, right?
Oh my lord. It would make sense considering they have a little unfinished business after, Rousey almost broke her arm. Like 2 WrestleManias ago, but still. Just no. Put her against Charlotte. No. You want to talk about Shane can't wrestle? Stephanie's worse. All right, what's the other one that Jim sent me?
I'm back, but go ahead.
Sasha Banks likely to not be in attendance for Mae Young Classic Finals. Okay. The Raw crew leaves immediately after the show on Monday for Australia, where they will be touring later in the week. As a result, it is expected that Sasha will miss the event and the angle unless WWE makes a special arrangement for her to fly out after everyone else. In that scenario, she would end up missing the first day of the Australia tour. WWE will be bringing in most, but not all, of the competitors that participated in the Mae Young Classic for the live finale on Tuesday. So that means that Bayley is not going to be on the Australia tour?
Probably not. There's no reason for her to if she can't wrestle.
No, but she can show up, sign autographs and stuff, and just generally be there for the fan base.
Yes, but she doesn't have to be on the same schedule as the people that have to be in the ring and do prep.
True.
And like I said, unfortunately, because Sasha is the one of the 4 horsewomen that is tied to the Raw scheduling, because Bayley's injured and the other 2 are on SmackDown. Unfortunately,
and because she has a title match, yeah.
And that too. So unfortunately, Sasha will not be able to be in whatever angle might occur at the women's tournament finale.
Which is fair. Or, because WWE's done it before, they can just have her not show up for that Raw. I mean, they've done that before where in an angle, they'll take one of the competitors and have them not even show up one week, either for story purposes or other purposes. It's not like she has to be there.
Mm.
Or she could come in, she could show up later and maybe run the Alexa Bliss, Sasha Banks angle near the end of Raw. They could just restructure it. It's not that hard to just move some things around and have certain things go on earlier.
Maybe, but WWE has that, like I said, the same thing with the Christmas thing. They have their policy of people who are on the show need to be there by the afternoon in order to be prepped for changes to the program, and so they know if they have everybody in the building. They don't like to run a show dependent on somebody who is not already in the building.
Yeah, but you can't do a huge setup for 4 horsewomen versus 4 horsewomen angle and not have the 4 horsewomen in the building. That doesn't make sense. That kind of ruins the build-up.
Watch them.
Vince McMahon can do whatever the hell he wants. It's his network and his tournament.
It's going to be good, but I feel like they'll do it anyway.
Yep. So that's the horsewoman situation.
Because, really, if it's just they just want to keep Sasha present for that angle, okay, number one, don't even book her for a match so she doesn't have to prep for anything. Just have her show the fuck up at the end of have Alexa have a match and just have her show up and just continue the feud. It's not like she has to wrestle or anything. Okay, so she's jet lagged because of the Mae Young thing. Fair enough. She flies in, she just walks in, cuts a quick 5-minute promo and leaves. How hard is that? Have a little fucking flexibility, especially for your own goddamn product, WWE.
Right, except there's a counter problem there.
What's that?
She's gonna have her show up at the end of Raw, got a promo, except that this is the Australian tour. They don't go here every day, which means you just fucked over any and all people who might have wanted that day, who might have wanted to meet Sasha, get her autograph, be at access events with her. There's commitments outside of just be on the televised program to be a superstar, Especially on a fucking foreign tour.
Yeah. Well, how about all those people who wanted to see Bayley who won't be able to do that because she's not going to be there?
Yeah, but that's
WWE has no
she was injured weeks ago.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean she's not going to show up for access. Just because you're injured doesn't mean you don't show up for the fans. That was my point.
It depends.
Bayley's one of the most popular, if not the most popular, women wrestler on either brand right now, on the whole fucking roster. She's the most popular, and you're not going to have her come out for the access and stuff on a foreign tour? What the fuck?
Like I said, it depends, because if she has to be required to go to physical therapy, flying halfway around the world to go back to her doctor for therapy is not really cohesive to rehabbing an injury. It depends on her medical status. Jesus Christ. Speaking of medical status, let's finish the injury report. First of all, Darren Young returned to live action this past weekend on the Raw brand. Came back with no announcement, no television push, and without Bob Backlund.
Okay, then.
He was also not used in any capacity on Monday, even on the main event show.
So he did actually come back.
He came back to a non-televised event. Also, Samoa Joe is now scheduled to return from his knee injury at the end of October, putting it at the worst end of initial estimates.
Okay.
So, Joe, we wish you a recovery.
Faster, please.
Let the man heal. All right, so we did the injury report. That's out of the way. What else we got? Let's see. 3 other things. All right, let's do the 2
We
minor
have
ones. What do you got, Tiff?
Kevin Owens' possible face turn. I don't know if we ever want to get there.
Yeah, go ahead. What the hell?
WWE superstar Kevin Owens recently spoke with Argus leader for an interview, and it says on how WWE scripts his promos. He says, "I'm sure other performers get different guidelines, and I think it's a day-by-day scenario of who gets to have more freedom than other people. We always get help with our interviewers and from our writers, but you learn to find ways to put your own spin on things and using somebody else's word instead of using somebody else's words. Some people are good at it and other people aren't as good at it, but the people who are good at it usually get more leeway of how to speak and what to say because the fact that they can carry on in an interview. I always know where I'm going and I know what they want me to deliver, but I do get to put my own spin on the most of it of the time. And on turning, it continues on him on turning babyface, and then on toning down his "Face of America" catchphrase. And the fact of him saying, oh, I just lost my. Just give me 1 second here. On him turning babyface, he says, I don't really know as far as any ideas or plans that anybody would have for that. I think I can make anything work. If I can get people to boo me, then I can get people to cheer me for if I want. I'd be up for the challenge, sorry. And his Face of America catchphrase, I'm moving away from that now by choice because there's many people on SmackDown right now that are talking about America, whether it's Jinder Mahal or Rusev. I don't like being like other people. When I started the Face of America, there was nobody on SmackDown doing that kind of stuff. And now there's too many of us. I'm going to being Kevin Owens, and that's always worked out pretty good for me.
Fair enough.
He's not wrong.
He's not. All right. Jeff, John, you guys got anything?
I do not.
Okay, moving along. It was announced on Thursday that WWE and TVA Sports have signed a contract that will lead to a 1-hour WWE version of WWE Raw being broadcast in French.
Okay then. Sacre bleu.
You speak French, Tiff, or is that not your part of Canada?
And I don't speak, I'm not fluent in French, but there is French speaking.
Fair enough. It's a multi-year agreement to televise a weekly 1-hour edition of Raw in French beginning Wednesday, October 18th at 10 p.m. We're delighted to meet the demand for WWE by offering in-ring programming every week on TVA Sports. Veronica Dubois, or Dubois, because I guess I'm assuming it's French, yeah. Director of Programming TVA Sports. Quebec has produced its share of great WWE superstars over the years, and we hope that a new generation of superstars will follow in the footsteps of Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and the Rougeau brothers, among others. We're pleased to have TVA Sports join televise WWE programming, said Michelle Wilson, WWE Chief Revenue and Marketing Officer. This partnership allows us to broaden our reach as we deliver our unique blend of action-packed, family-friendly entertainment throughout the region. All the action for TVA Sports presentation Raw will be called by Patrick Laprade, who will be joined on commentary by social media sensation Kevin Raphael.
Okay then.
Oh. Go French speakers.
Mm.
Does WWE have a French announce table?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'm pretty sure they do,
Probably.
yeah.
All right, let's go to week 4 of the recurring 2K18 roster update.
France, we give you Rene Dupree.
Okay.
Points for anyone who remembers him.
Wasn't
I
he
was-
like the youngest champion?
What's that?
Wasn't he like the youngest champion?
Think so. I'm pretty close to it, yeah.
Well, I'm not world champion, obviously, but That's still Orton.
Orton.
I don't know him. Yeah, I know Orton. I don't know Orton.
Orton.
What is
Orton.
that?
Orton.
Orton.
Let's see. Let's see.
Everyone
WWE actually has a list: 10 youngest champions in WWE history. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but let's see. Since we brought it up, let's see. And let's see. Scroll down here. What's number one? Scroll down to number one, please. Number one. Yes, Rene Dupree, World Tag Team Championship, 19 years and 6 months old. Youngest champion of all time, period. So there you go.
Actually, I think technically the youngest champion of all time is Jeff Hardy, but that's unofficial because, he lied about his age.
Well, we don't know proof of that, so we're going to pretend that's the thing. Moving along. So, the 2K18 roster reveal this time was, in addition to Corey Graves and Renee Young, they were joined by the Fashion Police, who went through and announced the fourth part of the roster, which includes, but is not limited to, JBL, Tatanka, Typhoon, Tatsumi Fujinami, RVD, Booker T, Batista, Trish Stratus, Psycho Sid, Jake the Snake Roberts, Christian, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Aiden English, Goldust.
Why? Why?
Big E, Kobe Kingston, Xavier Woods, Sting, Shawn Michaels, Titus O'Neil, Enzo Amore, The Brian Kendrick, Shane McMahon, Alicia Fox, Stephanie McMahon, The Ultimate Warrior, Charlotte Flair, Curtis Axel, Bo Dallas, Cassius Ohno, Taryn Young, Rich Swann, Grand Metalik, Noam Dar, Gentleman Jack Gallagher, No Way Jose, the Cologne Brothers, the Cologne Cousins, I should say, but yeah. Primo and Epico, Tyson Kidd, Billy Kay, Peyton Royce, Rhino, Kurt Hawkins, Heath Slater, R-Truth, and of course the Fashion Police.
Okay, first of all, why announce Goldust? You did that like 2 videos ago. What the fuck? Or in the first video, wait, was he? Yeah, he was the first one. So the first video, what the fuck? I mean, they didn't announce him in that video, but he was the guest, and they did mention he was in the game. So what the fuck?
They might not have had the footage ready.
So they had the genuine article. They didn't need footage. He was there.
But they always show off the in-game footage. It's part of the tradition.
I suppose. But also, am I the only one who was disappointed by how legend-heavy this reveal was? Because this part of the roster reveal was so legend-heavy, and just seeing who wasn't announced, I was like, fucking really? I don't know. I was a little disappointed. I was like, but no Tony Nese, no Drew Gulak, what the hell?
Yep.
No Aleister Black? No Blake and Murphy? They got fucking hosed? What?
Well, if you just start a creator person and don't do anything, that's kind of like one of them.
I guess.
But has Aleister Black been there long enough? I don't remember when he officially started.
I think he's been there longer than Cassius Ohno.
Well, Cassius Ohno was there like years ago, so maybe they felt more inclined to put him in.
Okay, but Aleister Black has done more.
I know. Dude, last year.
Yeah.
We're swimming.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
They always have to make one questionable decision, so you can go look at it and go, "Where's this person?" And they're like,
Speaking of women, no Lana?
Lana's on it.
No, she was not announced.
The one I got was
Really? Because the reveals I saw, Jim, you saw all 4 reveals. Was Lana announced? I didn't see her announced.
I didn't see them, but I have the list. I know a lot of us not on the list as far as I can tell.
Well, I guess I was I don't know.
The list of Phoenix.
Yes, it says I've got a list here, and I've got from SmackDown Live, James Ellsworth, Lana, the Canalises, Shelton Benjamin, and Singh brothers.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure the Singh brothers weren't announced, and I'm pretty sure Ellsworth wasn't announced. Those were the ones that a lot of people were saying, "What? Why? Why are they not in the game? What?"
What list are you looking at, Jeff?
Well, I just kind of so I would have different things. I don't even have a website for it, but I did take it from a website. I think it was from the site that you recall the 205 Live from.
Cage side seats.
I think
Okay.
that's where I got it. Yeah. This is talking about the forthcoming WWE 2K18 roster, and it has from Raw, Elias and the Hardy Boys, and then it goes on to 205 Live of Daivari, Gulak, Dorado, Dorado, Mustafa Ali, and Tony Nese.
You got it right. It's Dorado. You didn't say Dorado.
And then they went to NXT, and they went to United Kingdom.
Oh yeah, Tiff, I see the article. That's the list of who's not on the roster. Read the headline.
Okay.
So yeah, those are all the people that are left out, which is convenient though. Thank you for bringing it up. Yeah, from Raw, Elias and the Hardy Boys are not in there yet. From SmackDown, Ellsworth, Lana, the Canalises, Shelton, and the Singh brothers. And from 205, Daivari, Gulak, Dorado, Ali, and Nese. And from NXT, Adam Cole, Aleister Black, Cien Almas, the Street Profits, Bobby Fish, Drew McIntyre, Kyle O'Reilly, Lars Sullivan, Liv Morgan, Heavy Machinery, Ruby Riott, Sonya Deville, Velveteen Dream, and Zelina Vega, plus a bunch of the guys, like the United Kingdom guys.
Now, most of those make sense because they're too new. Like Shelton Benjamin, he just fucking debuted. If anything, he'll be DLC, but probably not.
Yeah.
The Hardy Boys kind of make sense. People wanted them in the game, but people also theorize they might have kept them off the official roster for the time being on purpose because they might have a Hardy Boys DLC coming out, which would make sense because they know that will sell.
Yep.
Because given when they came in, it'd be inconceivable that they weren't scanned and mocapped for the game and that they're not going to be in it. They pretty much have to be DLC at this point.
No, Jeff, if you're going to say that, it's inconceivable.
Touche.
I haven't even seen that movie, and I know that.
So I will be very, very, very surprised if they're not announced as DLC in the forthcoming months.
Yeah, given that there's 5 cruiserweights, I'd be shocked if they weren't a cruiserweight pack.
Yeah, there's probably going to be a cruiserweight pack. I could see that. There's probably going to be an NXT pack. Hopefully they'll give us, and then maybe like a current superstars pack where they might bring out like Shelton Benjamin, the return of Shelton Benjamin. They might give us like playable Lana and Elias and stuff like that.
The Singh brothers.
Singh brothers, yeah. Or the Singh brothers could always be in the 205 live pack since that's where they started.
That's possible, yeah. They could put them in as the Bollywood boys. Fair enough. Okay. So let's get down to the biggest news story of the week. That is technically several news stories that are conjunctivated together. I had to coin that word to describe it because I didn't have one in the English language.
Went all Don King.
I did.
Before we do that, is anyone else disappointed that we only have 170, I think 172 superstars instead of the 200 plus, like we were led to believe that we're going to be? For the opening roster. So I believe when we first started talking about the roster reveals and stuff, we were like, that's the biggest roster that there ever was, and we started throwing some numbers around, thinking about how many there were going to be. I think we came up with like 200 plus, and now we're at the end of it, and it's only like 172. It's like, wait, what? I mean, it's big, and probably is the biggest roster they've ever had, but that's not that much bigger than rosters we've had before, and we lost Tiff.
No.
Oh, dear.
Anyway, am I the only one that was disappointed by that number?
Yeah. That's not bad though, because that means that would leave about 28 DLC superstars, would put us at the 200. So I could see that.
Yeah, but once again, current superstars are getting shafted for Legends. It's like at least half that number is Legends and like Legends alternate attires. Like Undertaker has like fucking 4 different fucking models. One of them has like 4 attires. It's fucking ridiculous.
He has to beat Triple H.
He does.
Triple H only has 1 character in the game. That's
Is he?
Triple. No, no, actually, he might have 2. I take that back because I think he's got Corporate H and he's got the game when he has his hair.
Yeah, he has to beat, what was it, 3 a couple years ago? Undertaker's like, I can do better.
Pretty much. Also, what's with Diesel getting Kevin Nash, but Razor Ramon doesn't get Scott Hall? The fuck? How does that make any sense? Because they did announce, oh, and you will also get Kevin Nash. So I am assuming Kevin Nash is a separate model, yet Razor Ramon doesn't get Scott Hall. It's like, what? I don't know. We'll go in there and fucking make Scott Hall, damn it. Well, truth be told, it wouldn't be that hard. You just take Razor Ramon and put him in black and white. But still. I want his Titantron. I want the music. Well, I'll have the music because I have the Kevin Nash music, but still. I'm assuming Kevin Nash is going to get the NWO theme, but I don't know. Because if he's coming out as... If it's actually Kevin Nash, that's the only theme you can give him. Right, John?
I would think so, yeah.
All right, Jim, so what's the plan?
All right.
I assume you're trying to type to Tiff.
Yep. Sorry.
That's okay. Me too.
All right. Moving along. I recommended she click the link and see if she can get back in, but I don't know if it's going to work.
Did she say what happened?
No, she didn't know either. She said just that her internet with the Hangouts decided to be crappy.
Hey.
There she is.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
You've been serenaded by the lovely James Phoenix. If she can actually hear us.
I didn't hear everything. I just clicked back in if, yeah.
That's fair, but you're back
Internet decided to, I don't know, be douchey and kick me out.
Yeah, it does that from time to time.
It's all Jeff's fault.
Why is it my fault?
Agreed. Moving on.
I don't know.
What?
It's always just...
So let's move on to the final news article of the week. The biggest, one of the biggest clusterfucks
Of
That's
all
what-
time.
of all time. Several conjunctivating things that all make this whole mess up. But I don't even know what to call this except what the fuck is going on with GFW?
Oh, before we do that, there's one thing you didn't mention. I thought you would have mentioned it.
Yes.
Sexy Star.
Go ahead.
She's been stripped of the title.
She had a title.
Reina's Queen of Queens title.
Yeah, that's what she won that night.
Not anymore. She's been stripped of it now. Because they said, fuck you, bitch. So, yeah. She kind of lost everything by becoming a bitch. So, there we go.
Mhm.
No one's going to work with her. She's been stripped of her title.
Yep.
She's a liar.
Yep.
So, have fun. Bye, Sexy Star.
Yep.
Just thought we should wrap up that entire story since there was a finale to that.
Fair enough. I appreciate that.
Now, the clusterfuck that is Jeff Jarrett's life. Go.
Not just that. But wait, there's more.
The Animaniacs.
And we're zany to the max. Anyway. By the way, unrelated note, I'm not going to cover it here, but just on an unrelated note.
Yeah.
7 Deities, Matt Hardy put up a YouTube video where he's basically broken mad at this point.
Woken Matt. It's Woken Matt. Get it right.
Yeah.
woke.
Woke
He
in
is. He
that.
said, hashtag get woke, hashtag stay woke. So people are thinking, oh, well, it's going to be woken or awoken man.
Okay, then. Anyway.
However, if the shit you're about to lay down on us comes to pass, he won't have to do that. He can just go straight broken.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Here we go.
And here we go.
So, the whole thing started on Tuesday when an article came out in a statement saying that Jeff Jarrett was taking a personal leave of absence from GFW. And I quote, effective immediately, Jeff Jarrett is taking an indefinite leave of absence from his position as Chief Creative Officer to focus on personal matters. Jeff will be available on a consultative basis as needed. So, there was questions as to exactly what this meant.
Yes, even coming from Jeff Jarrett himself, who didn't know anything about it. Because he tweeted the day before, I'm looking forward to the shit that's coming in September. Boom, you're fired. What?
All right, so as reported earlier, Chief Creative Officer Jeff Jarrett has taken a personal leave of absence. According to Mike Johnson at PW Insider, the move was initiated by Anthem's Ed Nordholm earlier in the day and reportedly took Jarrett by surprise, as he was ready to host a fantasy football party for GFW employees today at his home, which of course didn't happen as it was moved to GFW headquarters instead. With Nordholm forcing Jarrett's hand into a leave of absence, the reason is apparently not due to any unhappiness regarding the creative aspect of GFW, but rather by his erratic behavior that was building for months. It all came to a tipping point at the recent Triple Mania event where Jarrett appeared looking out of shape while stumbling around ringside.
Which, of course, Anthem and Ed Nordholm not being, wrestling fans, didn't realize that that's Jeff Jarrett's character at that specific event. As was pointed out by people, who regularly attend him, and they're like, well, that's kind of his character. That's what we expect from him. That's why he did that. Other shit notwithstanding, that was his character. At least that's the report that that's his character there. That's why at that event, he seemed like that.
Jarrett's defenders are stating that he is not totally to blame in all of this, as many of the things he was being criticized for, such as backing Anthem in their legal dispute with the Hardys, was because he was simply following orders to be loyal to the company. Others point out that Jarrett definitely needed a break of some sort, but mainly because he was working tirelessly to manage the situation between Nordholm, who people say has no clue about wrestling, and the actual wrestling part. It remains to be seen how GFW Anthem will fare without Jarrett due to Nordholm's inexperience with wrestling. A number of meetings were held throughout today, that being the 5th, to discuss the future direction of the promotion, as it appears the creative team which Jarrett put together will stay in place.
The future may be without GFW, though.
Perhaps the most interesting note came of all this is that the possible revelation that Anthem and GFW never actually merged officially, so if Jarrett is indeed gone for good, it's possible the GFW name will follow suit.
Wow.
The futures of Jim Cornette and Alberto El Patron are unknown at this time. But at this time, Cornette is still with the company. Karen Jarrett, however, will surely separate from the company if Jeff is in fact gone, of course.
Of course. Oh, but wait, there's more.
So, then another report came out. This report is apparently from Sports Illustrated, although I don't have a link to the actual article here. Global Force Wrestling's future is reportedly in jeopardy after Jarrett taking an indefinite leave of absence to focus on personal matters. Sports Illustrated reports that GFW's parent company, Anthem Sports, is ready to sell the company.
Yeah, that they're, quote, hemorrhaging funds, unquote.
What are the odds?
The report says, quote-unquote, hemorrhaging funds, and Anthem needed to, quote-unquote, gut the Fight Network just to finance GFW. It's believed that Jarrett still owns the name Global Force Wrestling, so Anthem would actually be selling Impact Wrestling. PWInsider.com reports that there were multiple meetings this week to discuss the future of the company, which members of the roster were included in. Potential suitors for the company include former TNA investor Billy Corgan, WWE, or Ring of Honor.
I guarantee you, if WWE is really interested, they will win that. Vince will just hand them a blank check and be like, "Give me your library and give me the Broken Universe now."
That'd be pretty funny.
Well, it would make sense because WWE has like half the TNA originals. So getting that library would mean they could actually take that shit and throw it on the WWE network.
Yeah, remember, if they get that library, they'll have the early matches of AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Bobby Roode, Kurt Angle, and Mickey James, among others.
Yep. The Hardy Boys.
The Hardys, yep. The whole Broken Universe, yep.
The Dudley Boys.
After a highly publicized feud with Anthem Sports and GFW Impact Wrestling over the rights to the Broken Hardy characters, Matt and his wife Rebby took to Twitter to apparently respond to recent reports about behind-the-scenes trouble in GFW. Rebby retweeted a report that Anthem is hemorrhaging funds. Sports Illustrated reported this week that GFW's parent company is looking to sell GFW and finish their stint in the wrestling business. Matt sent out a tweet, "The Hardys will outlast all," with a delete gif of the Broken Hardys. And Rebby Hardy added in, "Man, I done own that owl." Laughing face. In response to an initial tweet was from @LukeLaker saying, replying to @Mike McMahon PW, who sent out the article about the situation, saying, "Who gets the owl?" And Mike McMahon replied, @Rebby Hardy does.
See, that'd be hilarious if Matt Hardy stepped up and bought Impact, and then went to Vince and was like, "You want the library? Here, have it. We just want the Broken Universe. Okay, done."
Yeah. I'm assuming Matt would keep the Broken Universe library, but yes, everything else.
Well, he'd probably at least lease it to WWE to put on the network. I think he'd be fine with that.
Yeah. Anyway, in August, Rebby told Sports Illustrated they were willing to go to court with Anthem, but would rather settle the issue like civil human beings. She said that Senior Benjamin, her father, and Maxell, her son, never signed any kind of release or contract for their images to be marketed by GFW Impact or Anthem Sports. Also claims that she created, shot, directed, and edited a lot of the footage, which she never gave them permission to use. GFW and the Hardys have been locked in a legal battle over the Broken Matt and Brother Nero characters since 2017, with GFW arguing the characters were created by their employees while working for the company. The Hardys claim they created the whole gimmick, producing the majority of the Broken Universe segments themselves, along with Borash and Corgan. The Observer newsletter reports the Hardys even tried to get Borash to join them in WWE to work on the Hardy family storylines, but it didn't pan out. Now, all this would seem to say that GFW is in some dire straits. However...
Nordholm is spouting bullshit again?
Well, let's find out. First off, GFW had a conference call and they refused any further statement on Jarrett or the ownership issues. There was a conference call on September 6th, and they declined to elaborate on Jeff Jarrett's personal leave of absence, simply communicating the statement that they released earlier. They also refused to comment on the story that broke about Anthem bleeding money, causing them to look into selling Impact Wrestling. If Anthem does in fact look to sell, the tape library is expected to be right at the top of the assets suitors will want, namely WWE, due to them owning the past of AJ, Samoa, Bobby, so on and so forth. We went over that already. Perhaps the most interesting aspect of any sale that would involve WWE would be the possible inclusion of Impact's intellectual property. If WWE bought all that, they would by default own the broken trademarks, removing all obstacles from the Hardys to use that in WWE.
Yeah. Well, I assume if WWE is interested, they're not going to just buy the tape library. They will make a bid to buy the entire company lock, stock, and barrel. Like, not Anthem, but Impact, the entire franchise there.
Assuming that Vince has enough interest in spending that kind of money.
You never know, especially with given how many of their stars WWE now has and how many of their stars will probably go to WWE. I'm sure Vince will have a huge interest in that.
Vince doesn't need any more stars. He can't book and get over the ones he has.
Spring cleaning and then bring in those guys.
Well, see, that's the problem with
exactly.
WWE. He shouldn't be booking them. That's his problem. He should be letting, other people book them.
But that's just, he can bring in all this great talent, which is great, but there's only so much time on TV for people to get over.
True.
There's only so much time to show people off. If you run all those guys, that'd be great. But, at that point,
Well, I'm not saying he would get all the superstars with the company. I'm just saying he'd want to just buy the entire company so he has all the IPs and the assets.
Well, yeah, but...
Then
I
anyone
don't
who
know.
wants to come can come. A lot of people would probably go, like ROH or Indie Circuit or Japan or something, which would be fine.
Fair enough. Anyway, now, so all these reports are coming out about bleeding money, selling company, yada yada. Then, because this wasn't confusing the fuck enough already,
How great.
a report came out later on Wednesday. GFW announces their own on-demand streaming service and Pop TV contract extension.
Yes, they did.
Global Force Wrestling sent out a press release on Wednesday announcing their plans for a digital service similar to the WWE Network, featuring GFW and Impact Wrestling tape libraries, and also announced an extension with Pop TV to continue airing Impact every Thursday night in the U.S. Bullet points in the press release include plans to launch the Global Wrestling Network, a multi-platform digital service designed to give fans around the world instant 24-hour access to the extensive GFW and Impact libraries. Plans to launch the Impact Wrestling channel on Pluto TV, a 24-hour live feed of content on the leading free over-the-top television service in the U.S. Extension with Pop TV in the U.S. to continue airing flagship weekly show Impact on Thursday nights at 8. Distribution deal with 7 Sports, the sports business unit of ProSieben Sat1 Group, to bring Impact back to screens in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland via RAN Fighting. So, yeah. I don't know what's going on anymore.
I don't even know if GFW does.
Probably not.
It was obvious Ed Nordholm doesn't, because he's self-admitted doesn't know anything about wrestling.
But then again, neither did Ted Turner.
But Ted Turner was smart, because knowing that, he's like, I'm going to be hands-off. I'm going to let the people who know stuff about wrestling actually run that part of the company. Because I know I don't know anything about it, and I know I'll fuck it up. That's why they're like, here's a blank checkbook. Call me if you need me. And he just went home.
Well, continuing on this, Anthem Sports VP Ed Nordholm did an interview where he commented on the GFW network.
Mm-hmm.
Spoke with F4W Online about it, saying, on the goal of being to break even and eventually make money, but understanding it's a long-term process, we're invested in this company. We're growing it. We know it's not going to turn around tomorrow. On the new streaming service offering more than just GFW Impact, we do expect in the very near future to be bringing in our partners as well. It's not branded an Impact app. We want it to be a generic place for AAA, Noah, if we can persuade New Japan or anybody. We'll have a plan, an efficient place for an aggregation of wrestling content that isn't related to WWE.
Wow, that's kind of ballsy.
On the pay structure, most of the product will be in the pay tier. It's hard to make the business work in the digital world of an ad-based product, often ad-based product. There will be stuff available on the free tier, but you'll have to go to the pay tier for the archives. Selling the library to WWE, I know full well how WWE Network would monetize the content and what they could pay for the library. It makes no sense for me to sell it for that kind of price. I'd rather keep it, put it on the app, and monetize it myself.
Uh-huh.
Complete interview with Ed Nordholm can be found on f4wonline.com.
We shall see. We shall see.
And in addition, of course, as was mentioned, they did announce a new deal to bring Impact Wrestling to Germany, dealing with 7 Sports, to bring it to Germany, Austria, and Switzerland via the RAN Fighting Network.
Mm-hmm.
To be available as part of the RAN Fighting Black Pass for €3.99 per month, starting on September 8th. Available at RAN Fighting D on demand via web, smartphones, tablets, and smart TVs, including Samsung, as well as over-the-top devices like Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Google Chromecast. Also be available on Fighting's VOD service on Friday mornings in Germany, and it will air on Fridays at 8 p.m. on RAN Fighting's 24/7 web channel. RAN Fighting's Black Pass will also include access to GFW's one-night-only specials. So that's cool.
So, shall we call this regular statement now? What the fuck is going on?
Something like that. So yeah, GFW is in flux right now. We will see where it ends.
It ends where everything in wrestling ends, at the door of Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Could be. We shall see. So, let's move on to the other portion of our program. Let's find out who's winning this week.
Yeah, this week is interesting.
Oh, yes. Let me throw up the score sheet here, and we'll see where we're at.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. My fantasy league.
My Braun Strowman.
I can see that.
Because holy shit, you're no longer going to be in last place.
We'll find out. So, as you can see, at the end of last week, in the lead at 828 points was TNA Worldwide, represented by Jeff. Following in second place at 746 is the Champions of Justice, represented by Tiff. In third at 614 is the Glorious End, represented by John. And of course, I am in last place with the Broken Highlight Club at 426. Yes.
No, nothing. Just
I thought you were trying to get attention. Okay. Sorry. Fair enough.
Sorry.
So did I. All right. Let's go to the leaderboards. In the lead at 150 points is the U.S. champion AJ Styles, followed by Enzo Amore at 119, followed by the Raw Women's champion Alexa Bliss at 92, followed by Shinsuke Nakamura, the number one contender, at 88, followed by Cedric Alexander at 85, John Cena at 84, the Cruiserweight champion Neville at 76, just a point ahead of Dean Ambrose at 75, one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions, followed by Grand Metalik coming in at 70, followed lastly but not leastly rounding out the top 10, Roman Reigns at 66.
Roman Reigns is the devil confirmed.
Yeah. It's a sad day when Roman Reigns is the only superstar I have in the top 10.
Well, that's okay. Braun Strowman is about to fucking blow that out the water.
I doubt it. Do you see where he is? Way the hell down here.
He just got like 80 points, dude.
I know. But 80 plus nothing is only 80.
Which is higher than 66, 70, 75, 76. It will immediately boost him into like the middle of that list.
It will. What the hell is Braun Strowman on here anyway? Must be way the hell down here. Oh, there he is. He's down here. He has 6 points.
He needs
Anyway.
to win the belt so he can have the more open challenge. Or more competition open challenge.
Yes. The Braun Strowman Open Challenge.
He comes out, throws the belt down on the mat. I want competition!
Yeah.
I would love it if some monster heel actually did that for like a gimmick when they had the belt, as they would go to the ring, just drop it in the center and just get the mic and just go, come take it, and then just sit there.
Yeah.
Also, there's a rumor going around, and I hope it's not true, because, the rumor is Undertaker is not actually retired.
What?
The rumor is...
What?
The rumor going around is that he's going to come back around Rumble time, and it's going to be Cena versus Undertaker at WrestleMania.
What? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, if you're going to retire, that's a good match.
But then Roman Reigns, this is his whole I retired the Undertaker thing, and Undertaker did the whole ceremonial retirement thing. Yeah, but he did the whole ceremonial retirement thing, and it would just completely spit in the face of that entire moment, which, regardless if we liked or disliked the fact that Roman Reigns did what he did, spoiler alert, we all hate it. We all have to admit that was still a moment what Undertaker did, leaving the hat and the jacket and everything in the ring and the gloves, and to then just turn around and spit in the face of that would just be really, really bad for the Undertaker. People would lose all respect for him if he did that.
All respect?
Yeah, no.
Well, enough respect that basically people would hate him. They'd be like, "What are you doing?" No.
I doubt that.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the
I feel
smarks
like if
would
he
be
showed
like,
up,
yay!
yeah, I feel like if he showed up and was like, Roman Reigns, you didn't retire shit, I feel like anything would be wiped out. It would balance out and boost in his favor.
Maybe. I don't know. I would still have dirty taste in my mouth because I'm like, you went through that entire ceremony of basically shedding the Undertaker gimmick because you're retiring. I mean, he went so far as to fucking kiss Michelle McCool on his way out, like completely broke character, which he never does. In his entire career, he's never done that. And he just
I was gonna do it when I retired, but he was kind of mad about that idea. So
Yeah.
There you go. So, I don't know. It would feel really bad to me if he did that because it'd be like you just kind of completely shit on that moment, which should have been, for better or for worse, Undertaker's moment, Mark Calloway's moment of, okay, I'm done. I can shed this whole thing and, be a man again.
be a man.
Yeah. I'm a man.
I am a man!
So I don't know. That's how I feel about it. Anyway, I mean, would I love to see him come back? Absolutely. I love The Undertaker. I love to see him wrestle. But at the same time, what it represents and what doing that would do to what Undertaker has done represents would kind of leave a sour taste in my mouth.
That's fair. I can respect that. Anywho, let us go ahead and move on to the programming and see what happened on this crazy week in WWE.
Absolutely.
Shall we?
Absolutely.
Also, I would like to open up, by the way, I'd like to thank Tiffany for sitting down with me yesterday and going through Monday Night Raw so she could get a handle on the scoring procedures and doing an excellent job of it, even catching things that I missed. So thank you.
We'll try.
So, I'm going to go ahead and put these guys in order.
You do that.
Superstar name, A to Z. All right. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So Raw is coming to you this week from the CenturyLink Center in Omaha, Nebraska. The breadbasket of America.
America.
Bam, 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 bam. No. We open things up with John Cena. As we see a replay of Cena making his WWE debut against Kurt Angle to prep for John Cena's opening of Raw match against Kurt Angle's son, Jason Jordan.
Which I heard was actually really good, and I heard Jason Jordan's new theme song and entrance was actually pretty badass.
Cool.
I didn't actually see the beginning of Raw, so yeah.
I saw almost none of Raw, so join the club.
All right.
I saw none. Do I win a prize?
Only if you share it with Tiff.
Okay.
I'm the only one that watched it.
Oh, so you got a different prize. Okay.
So was the match, in fact, good, Tiff?
Yeah, it was pretty good. And they were going back and forth with everything, and as they do, Jordan was holding his own against Cena, which is pretty good, and bringing out all his amateur moves from when he was before he started in the WWE and things of that sort. So
Suplex, repeat. Suplex, repeat.
John Cena caught on pretty quick and went for a suplex of his own, things of the like. But I'm gonna let Jim recap that. So.
Okay. Yeah, so a good back and forth match, but Cena came out victorious after Jordan went for a back suplex, but Cena slid off his back and AA'd the crap out of him.
Suplex, not repeat.
Yeah.
Although there were a lot of suplexes from Jordan.
There were. He hit quite a few suplexes over the course of the match.
So wait, he's the love child of Kurt Angle and Taz?
Yeah.
Taz's nickname was the Human Suplex Machine.
I'm aware of that. So anyway, John Cena gets a victory to open up the program. Which I suppose makes sense. So we'll start off with Jason Jordan, as we were wanting to do.
Jason Jordan.
who just by evading Cena's moves repeatedly has a fuck ton of points.
I counted about 3.
It was 4 evasions, actually.
Hmm.
We went over this. How did you not know that?
I
We literally
don't know,
did this program together.
I know, but I went back and tried to. There was some places where I didn't have the calculations down, and I tried to figure it out on my own. And
Okay.
obviously, I messed it up. So
That's okay. It happens. So Jason Jordan is going to get 5 points for being in the match. He has 12 evasion points for 4 evasions. That's 17, and 2 for his actual moves is 19 points to Jason Jordan.
I feel so bad for Jason Jordan because despite the fact that he has no personality and no mic skill to speak of, he's actually not that bad. And deserves better than what he's getting, in my opinion.
And John Cena gets a win here, so John Cena is going to get 20 points for that win. He's going to get 5 for being in the match, and he's going to have 5 move points. So it's 30 points to John Cena. 90. Let's see, that'd be 90, 104, 114 for John Cena. All right.
He's still not as high as Enzo Amore.
Yeah.
He's about to get a whole crap ton more points this week.
Yes, he is. Wait till we get to 205.
And Jim is still bitter.
He should be.
Yeah.
One day he's going to come to take his revenge, and will deserve it.
Also, speaking of rumors, rumor has it Enzo Amore is in the midst of a heel turn, or a potential heel turn.
Considering how he won, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. We're going to get there.
Other people are saying, too, is he could stay face, and it could be that they're just, like, Eddie Guerreroing him, because Eddie Guerrero, lied, cheat, and steal, and him was a face.
That's true. Anyway, after the match, John Cena and Jason Jordan shook hands, and Jason Jordan made his exit. Before Cena could leave, he was interrupted by Roman Reigns.
Bow, bow, bow.
Reigns stepped in and basically criticized Cena for taking 20 minutes to beat a rookie. He says he feels that if Cena was as good as he says he is, he would have beaten Jordan immediately. Maybe Cena isn't as good as he thinks he is, and maybe he's just a lying, fake-ass little bitch. Cena says he's disgusted by Reigns' face and that using his brain isn't Reigns' strong suit. He says Reigns came out with his fly down and that Reigns has no balls. He says Reigns needs to be taught a lesson in respect, and because he doesn't respect Reigns. He says Reigns is the one who is really a fake-ass bitch, and says the fans don't agree with Reigns that he's the guy. He says he might have to beat some common sense into Reigns, so Reigns says come do it right now, and asks the fans if they want to see Cena kick his ass, which gets a big pop. Cena seems to decline, and Reigns says that Cena's all talk and he doesn't respect Cena, and then he walks off. So that's a promo to John Cena and Roman Reigns.
Yeah, people should check out this promo. It was actually pretty good. I saw the promo. Reigns' part was actually decent. Cena actually ended up saying...
Better than the week before.
What's that?
I was saying it was better than the week before when he tried to cut it during the signing.
Actually, I think what Reigns said the week before was better, aside from the fact that he forgot his lines once.
And second of all...
Yeah, exactly. But aside from that, what he actually said, I think was better in the previous promo, because at least the previous promo, he showed emotion. He got pissed off. But like what Cena actually said at the end of the promo was like, you think I'm lying, you think I'm jerking you along. Well, you'll find out come No Mercy, because you're either gonna get beat by a guy who's lost a step, or you're going to get beat by a guy that's been pulling your chain along this whole damn time. It's like, yeah, Cena's promo still infinitely better than Reigns. But Reigns, to give him credit, is now actually somewhat holding his own on the mic. I have to give him credit. He's stepping it up a little bit. He has a ways to go, but This is where he should have been like 3 years ago with mic skill.
Mm.
So this feud is probably going to be really good for Reigns, if only because it's going to get him more confident in his mic skill and more comfortable on the mic, which will make him just that much better of a superstar. Because once he can nail down the mic, once he can actually be comfortable enough in his own skin with his own voice on the mic, then he'll start to elevate himself, and they can actually use him properly. Right now, they can't even use him properly because he can't fucking say anything. Yeah. John Cena's completely right. If you're going to be the big dog, you need to learn how to cut a promo. But yeah, this week's promo was pretty good.
Or hire a good manager.
Yes.
I hear Paul Ritz is going to be out of work at the end of the year. Just saying.
Is he ever out of work?
Well, he's going to be out of clients in the WWE at
go.
the end of the year.
I hear Jinder Mahal. Never mind.
Hell, he might be out of clients after No Mercy, with the rumors going around No Mercy. Just the rumor is Strowman's going to win the title.
It's a good game. Oh.
Anywho.
I had an article on that, but we never touched on it, so I didn't say anything.
Oh. Well, you can mention it if you want. We got a lull here.
Well, I already did.
So, it's fine.
Moving on to the next match.
Next up, the Raw Tag Team Champions come out and join the commentary table for the next match. Commentary points to Ambrose and Rollins.
Unleash the hounds of justice.
Something like that. Uh, 2:53. All right. And then our match is Cesaro versus Beauty and the Man Beast in a tag team match play. And it's really not much. Cesaro basically dominated the match. They pretty much beat up Slater. Rhino gets a tag at one point and cleans some house, but Rhino walks into a bro kick from Sheamus, leaves distracted with Cesaro, and then gets paid.
Wasn't that, you said he walked into a bro kick?
Yes.
I don't know. To me, it means, like, okay, he performed the bro kick, but what he really did was just put his foot up on the rope, and Cesaro just threw his face into the boot.
No, it said Rhino knocked Cesaro outside, and when Rhino turned around, he walked right into a big boot from Sheamus.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm thinking about during the match. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and whenever they say Sheamus big boot, the guy means a bro kick. For some reason, he doesn't understand the name of that move. Sheamus gets 3 count, and then they stare down the tag champs post-match. So, Beauty and the Man Beast had no moves, so they're just going to get 5 points each for showing up. Let's see. Rhino gets 5 points.
They had the belt at one point.
I know.
They never had the Raw belt.
It's true.
And they never will.
Gonna. Yeah.
Now, never say never in the WWE.
Beauty, beauty everywhere.
No.
That should be their theme song.
No.
No.
But it's a good song.
No. 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 No.
But do you even think it's a good song?
Being a good song does not inherently make it appropriate for all situations.
But they're called Beauty and the Man Beast. What, would you
I
rather
don't care.
Beauty and the Beast be their theme song?
No.
Yes.
Just no. Just no. They don't need it. He's gonna have a proper theme song again when he wins the Universal Championship and then reunites with Jinder and Drew as the 3MB of champions.
Belt as old as time.
Or at least the last 40 years. Anyway, so let's see. So we got those two. So the Cesaro didn't do screw all either, as far as I can tell here, except knock a dude out of the ring. So Cesaro's going to get 15 points for being on the winning team, and 5 for competing is going to be 20 points to Cesaro. Bro.
Cesaro.
Yeah, all right. And then Sheamus got to win, so Sheamus will get 20 for winning, 5 for competing is 25. And then Sheamus had the one move of the bro kick is 26 points, Sheamus. Is 36, and 8 is 44. All right. After that, commentary talks about the flooding relief efforts for Texas. Folks at home, please do donate and help them out if you can. And then we cut back to the Hardy Boys, who are interviewed as Matt mentions that this will be a wonderful evening for a new Intercontinental Champion.
Spoilers. No. No. No.
No.
Jeff Hardy got deleted.
And Jeff says he and his brother wrestle each match like it's their first, or it could be their last. Tonight he's going to either burn out in a blaze of glory, or he's leaving the new champ. Matt says if the dastardly Miztourage tries to run in, he'll give them a twist of fate.
No.
So promo to the Hardys.
Yes.
That puts Matt at 16.
Brother Nero.
Brother Nero at 55.
The more things change, the more things stay the
16.
same.
Matt at 16.
Next up, we have the Intercontinental Championship match of The Miz and Jeff Hardy. And man, was there a clusterfuck in this.
Yeah.
So let's go in order of relevant things that occurred. First of all, let's start off with all the people that were not wrestling. Should be pretty easy. So first off, Matt Hardy is going to get accompaniment points. It's 5. He's going to get 6 for a match interference, is 11, and then 10 for getting himself ejected, is 21 points to Matt Hardy. Where the hell is it? I don't know where I am. There we go. So 21 to Matt is going to become, let's see, 36 is going to become 37. Then Curtis Axel will get the exact same points because he went through the same series of events.
Shit.
38.
31, yeah, 38. All right.
Bo, leave.
Yeah, Bo Dallas will get the same point setup. However, he also countered a twist of fate that Matt tried to hit him with, so he gets an extra 3 points. So Bo Dallas will get 24 points.
41.
Is 34 and 7, yep. 21. All right. And then we can go to the guys that competed in the match.
Why don't we go to Maurice first?
All right, we'll throw Maurice some accompaniment points.
and interference. Well, she tried to interfere. She kind of fucked up the interference, but
Okay.
because
How
she
did
was
she do that?
supposed to pull Miz out of the way of Jeff Hardy's Swanton Bomb. What she actually ended up doing was just squeezing the Miz's hand because she fucked it up, and Miz just kind of rolled out of the ring. It was so bad. She completely botched it. Oh, I'm the only one that found that funny? Okay.
To her credit, it's not easy to haul a 250-pound man around.
Still, she's been doing this for how long, and she botched that?
Yeah.
She's not Alicia Fox. She's not supposed to botch shit.
It happens.
Yeah, so she should get interference points.
Okay, did she get ejected also?
No, that's why
No,
she was
she
able to
didn't.
interfere.
Gotcha. Okay, so the Maurice will get the accommodating, so she'll get 11 points, which is going to put her at 17.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now we can go on to Brother Nero.
Yes, Jeff Hardy is going to get himself 5 points for competing in
How
this
does that
match.
17.
What's that?
How is it 17?
She got 11 plus the 6 she already had.
She didn't get injected.
No, but she gets 5 for accompanying Miz to the ring and 6 for interfering in the match is 11.
Okay.
Yep. So Jeff Hardy gets 5 points for competing in the match. And he gets 10 points for moves. So 15 points to Jeff Hardy.
All right, then.
Is going to put him at 70. 70, which will tie him with Gold Dust. No, sorry, that's Grand Metal League. Sorry. Read the wrong one. That's Grand Metal League.
Okay, then.
And then we have The Miz.
He's awesome.
He is awesome. He's going to get himself 20 points for winning this match. He's going to get another 20 points for retaining his championship, is 40. He's going to get 5 for competing in the match, is 45. And he's going to get 10 points for moves, is 55 points to The Miz.
Okay, then.
55 is 60, and puts The Miz at 90. 90 in the top 10. All
Where
right.
he belongs.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay,
You good, Tiff?
continue.
Okay.
Yep.
Next up, Nia Jax approaches the Raw GM Kurt Angle and says she wants a women's title match, but then Emma interrupts and says she wants a women's title match. And the two of them are arguing. Kurt's like, hey, we don't get... Hey, this is Monday Night Raw. You don't demand opportunities. We earn them here.
Right.
That's not what Shane said on SmackDown.
That's not what Kurt told his son.
That, you know.
That too. Anyway. Well, he had to make it up for his son. He couldn't get Braun Strowman's autograph.
Nice.
Wow.
Throwback. Anyway. So Kurt's like, if you want to get into this, here's what you're gonna do. You two are gonna go have a tag team match against Sasha and Alexa, and if you win, then the women's match at No Mercy becomes a fatal 4-way.
You get a title match. You get a title match. You get a title match. Everyone gets a title match.
Yes. Meanwhile,
In the Legion of Doom.
yes, promo points to Nia and Emma. There's Nia Jax right there. That's 41.
Of course,
And
when I don't have Emma, they actually do something with her.
And of course, not my Nia did all the fucking work, and then Emma just stole the pinfall. Bunch of bullshit. Anyway.
Hey, at least you got points.
Yeah.
There's more than I can say for Alexa Bliss.
If she has the fucking belt, shut up.
Yeah, she has like no points. What's your point?
Sometimes that shit happens.
What's your point?
Moving on, we will see the steel cage ominously hanging above the ring for later. We'll get back to that. In the meantime, we're going to have a 6-man cruiserweight tag team match play out. That is going to feature Grand Metalik, Enzo Amore, and Cedric Alexander taking on and defeating Tony Nese, Drew Gulak, and Noam Dar. Enzo opens up with a promo saying that he creates controversy everywhere he goes, and controversy creates cash.
He's back and poorer than ever.
He says 205 Live always had the great talent, but since his arrival, 205 Live has become the realest hour on TV.
There you go. Finally said it right.
Yep. So, by the time the match ended, Enzo got a victory off the Jordonzo on Gulak.
After poking him in the eye.
After poking him in the eye.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Pretty much.
New Jersey.
You're cheating if you ain't trying, or you're trying if you ain't cheating.
I'm confused now.
Confusion.
Never mind.
Ha!
Tiff used confusion. It's super effective.
Yeah, she did.
Jim scored himself in his confusion.
Anyway, let's do the heels first. Oh, look, the heels had no moves. They each get 5 points.
They didn't make the roster. They didn't make the roster.
And now you know why.
Exactly. That was secretly a right to be on the roster match.
Yes, that needs to be a thing.
Well, one of them made the roster, but yeah,
Yeah, well.
I think. Who was it? It was Nice, Drew Gulak, and who else?
Noam Dar.
Yeah, he's on the roster.
Yeah, Dar made the roster.
I think he fucked his way onto the roster, though.
Yeah, probably.
I
Anywho.
just picture him going to Triple H's office now.
Whoa, I don't know who you think Noam Dar fucked.
I don't know who you think he did.
Well, I was thinking, of the other person that's actually on the roster that he was with for a while.
I know, but I feel like she doesn't have the clout to get him also on the roster. So I was thinking he had to fuck up the ladder.
Oh, he fucked up the ladder, all right.
Yeah, they have a diagram in the rule book of how to do the ladder helicopter. He didn't do it, right? So
It's true,
The
they
Hunter
do.
hologram, the Hunter diagram.
yes.
Yeah.
This is the Hunter diagram to be successful in the WWE.
Yep. Anyway. So, like I said, the heels are all going to get 5 points. So, we're going to go ahead and give 5 points to, let's see, wait, DeVart wasn't on that team. Who the hell was it again? Confused now.
Gulak.
All right, Gulak. All right.
Drew Gulak brings him up to 34.
Yep, okay, that'll work. 34.
Okay, and then Noam Dar.
Noam Dar, yep. Okay. Puts him at 30.
And then
Tony
Nese
Nese.
brings him up to 34.
Yep. All right. So, following this, we go to the faces. And each of the faces had some moves, so that's good. So we'll start off with Grand Metalik. What the hell? Grand Metalik is going to get 15 points for being on the winning team. He's going to get 5 for being in the match, is 20. And 2 moves is 22 points to Grand Metalik.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to put him at 92 points and the top 10. Cedric Alexander is going to get himself 15 points for being on the winning team. He's going to get 5 for competing on said team. And he's going to get 3 moves. It's 23 points to Cedric Alexander. 5, 105, 108 for Cedric.
Ooh.
Indeed. Enzo Amore won this match. He is going to get himself 20 points for doing so. 5 for competing is 25. And 1 for the Giordano is 26 points to Enzo. Yeah, let's see.
145.
Okay. So following this, Alexa approaches Sasha backstage. They both say they aren't happy about teaming up. And Bliss says Banks needs to let her be in charge because she's the champ. And Banks gets in her face and says she's going to make Bliss scream at No Mercy when she makes her tap out.
If you even get your hands on her.
So promo to Alexa and Sasha. Alexa's got 97 points. What the fuck are you talking about, Jeff? Alexa has no points.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought she hasn't been doing much since she won the title. Fair enough.
She's been wrestling week in and week out, if you count that as nothing much. Sasha. It's going to go up to 30. All right. So, after this, Finn Balor comes to the ring, gets on a mic, says he used to have the NXT title and the Universal title, but he hasn't had the Intercontinental title yet due to Bray Wyatt. Balor takes issue with Wyatt costing him his opportunity to face The Miz last week. If you recall, Bray Wyatt interfered in the Battle Royal and eliminated Finn Balor.
Mm-hmm.
The lights go out. Wyatt comes on the screen saying that, he talks about remembering his first time going hunting and killing something, saying he just got bored of hunting, so he stopped using weapons and started using his bare hands. He tells Balor he will run like a scared rabbit. Run. How?
Yawn.
Promo to Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, this feud kind of getting boring. I'm sorry, but it is. It should have ended when they did Demon versus Demon and Balor won. That should have been the end of that feud. I don't know what you guys think.
That seems a more logical place, but
Yeah. Which is why they didn't do it.
yeah.
They didn't do it because they didn't know what the fuck else to do with Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
And it makes me sad that Finn Balor only exists to give Bray Wyatt something to do right now. That sucks, dude.
Well, Finn Balor exists until we can get the Reigns Cena feud over with, deal with whatever we have to deal with Reigns, and then Balor can go get a Universal title shot.
He's not going to beat Braun Strowman.
Assuming Braun still has the title at the point that they get around to giving him the title shot.
I don't know. With however he is, they'd be stupid. If they give him the title, they'd be stupid not to have him hold it for a little while.
Which is why I'm saying Balor may not get a title shot right away. Because if they put Finn Balor taking out Bray Wyatt, they could sell the shit out of that David and Goliath story.
You mean Braun Strowman?
Yeah, we have Braun Strowman, sorry.
They could.
They could sell that shit like Hogan and Andre.
Maybe. Anyway, next match.
Yes. It's Nia Jax and Emma taking on Alexa Bliss and Sasha Banks for the right to be in the women's title match. And said heels are in fact successful in their endeavors.
They shouldn't have been.
Yeah, well, they were. Get over it. Hashtag give Emma a chance.
Hashtag no. Emma was given a chance, and she proved that she couldn't hack it. That's why the gimmick was taken away from her.
Yeah, but really, how much good did it do Lana? I think she was lucky to get away from that fucking gimmick. Because right now, Lana's stuck managing again. Emma has a women's title match. Who got off better here?
The problem
Lana's
was
still the
Emma
better
had
wrestler.
a good gimmick, and then when they were like, "Oh, she's injured. Let's give her something else." Like, no, she didn't need that.
Yeah, Emma's current gimmick, kind of terrible.
Mm.
I started the women's revolution. No, you didn't. Shut up.
Thank you.
She didn't lose that match.
Yeah.
It's not women's revolution on a pole, John.
No, if she lost to Mickey James last week, remember, she wasn't allowed to say it anymore. She didn't lose, so she can still say it.
It's true.
So what? We're like now one step away from gimmick on a pole? Because apparently they put the women's revolution on the line.
We already wanted that. That's what we wanted the Money in the Bank to be.
Yeah, well, I'm saying we're like one step away from actually getting it now, since they actually put the women's revolution on the line in a match.
I guess.
I don't know.
To be fair, it wasn't called that, but her match versus Paige was like the start of it. So her claim is not baseless. It's just not what people think of when they think of the women's resolution.
No.
True.
So on to the match.
So,
Let's go to the match.
here's my question, though. Given that Emma was victorious in this tag team match and won the Women's Revolution, can Carmella cash in so that she started the Women's Revolution?
As per our rules, yes.
Okay, just checking.
I'm going to say no, because that's a SmackDown Money in the Bank briefcase. She would have to have a red briefcase in order to do that.
Okay, fine then. She can cash in on Sasha and be one of the 4 horsewomen.
She could cash in on Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte. Charlotte
Yeah.
or Becky.
I'd be fine with that, sure.
Okay, that works.
Or if Paige comes back.
Or that.
If she comes back, she'll
SmackDown.
probably go to Raw, though, I would imagine. Especially if the point of her coming back is to hype the movie, they will want her on the red brand.
Yeah,
Because that's how Vince thinks.
it's true. Anyway, tag team match.
Yeah.
So, the heels were victorious, so we're going to score the faces first.
Face. Alexa's
Well.
face. Despite the fact she's the most popular person in that ring, she's no face.
Alexa served as interim face.
She's a better face than any of them.
Well, anyway, Alexa didn't do any moves in this match.
Of course not. 'Cause why would the champion fucking do anything?
So Alexa is just going to get herself 5 points for being in said match. And we'll put her over the top at 102. And Sasha Banks gets 5 points for being in the match, and 2 moves is 7 points to Sasha. Puts her at 37. Then we'll go to the heels. We'll start off with Nia, because Nia did all the work. So Nia is going to get 15 points for the winning team, 5 for competing is 20, and 9 moves is 29 points to Nia Jax. One is 61, and 9 is 70 points even.
Oh, so close yet so far, Nia.
And Emma won the match. She'll get 20 for that, 5 for competing, and no moves means Emma's just going to get 25 points. And we'll put her at 70 also.
So they're equally as shit. Fair enough.
Yeah, basically. All right, rolling along.
They're still better than Jinder Mahal.
Yeah. After this, we cut backstage where Braun Strowman is interviewed about the hit being in his first ever steel cage match tonight.
Strowman, crush.
Strowman questions what Kurt Angle was thinking, locking him in a cage with Big Show weeks before his title opportunity against Brock Lesnar. He says he's going to hurl the Big Show's carcass into the cage and slice him to ribbons with it. Then he'll slam Show in the ring for a 3 count. And he's going to use this opportunity tonight to send a message to Kurt Angle, to Big Show, to Brock Lesnar, and to everybody else.
Is it wrong that I think Braun Strowman is better on the mic than Roman Reigns?
No, because he is.
Good.
That's not an opinion. That's a fact.
All right, I just wanted to make sure I was the only one that thought that.
No. Braun is excellent on the mic. Braun's going to get 5 points for cutting that promo. Puts him at 11.
Yes, he is.
All right. Dean and Seth are backstage. They walk towards the gorilla position. But they get distracted. They walk. Pause for a moment to Elias playing his guitar. And then walk on.
Yep.
So
Dean
Elias
Ambrose rocks out to Elias for a moment, and then they're like, let's get out of here.
So Elias is going to get 3 points for sitting in the backstage area in a convenient location.
And do tag team champs over there get 3 points for silent promo?
No, because they were just walking to the ring, which they immediately came out to. So no.
Yeah, fair enough.
So the tag champs come out to the ring and have themselves a match against the Club, aka the Good Brothers,
aka what the fuck WWE.
Yeah.
Who's tapping?
That's me.
Stop it now.
Tippity. Look at the Mimi Mow just tippity tapping. What can I say except you're welcome?
Stop it now.
Oh, I thought it was Jeff
Nope.
tapping. Because everything's Jeff's fault.
Nope.
Yeah, you're learning quickly. That's good. Anyway, so we have ourselves a tag team match, playa. And a said tag team match does happen to result in the faces, the tag champs, getting a win there. While Sheamus and Cesaro made their way out and sat at ringside for this match. So they're going to get the equivalent of commentary points, on top of interference points that they got for later in the match. So that's going to be 11 points each to Cesaro. And Sheamus is going to get 55. Okay. In the actual match, we'll do the Club first. So Carl Anderson gets 5 for being in the match, and 1 move is 6 points.
Mr. Anderson.
And then Luke Gallows is going to get 5 for being in the match, and 3 moves is 8 points to Gallows. Puts him at 36. And then on the winning team, Dean Ambrose gets 15 for being on the winning team. 5 for competing is 20, and 4 moves is 24 points to Dean Ambrose.
The Lunatic Fringe.
Puts him at 104. Seth Rollins gets 20 for winning, 5 for competing, and 3 moves is 28 points to Seth Rollins. Is 61, 71, 81 for Seth Rollins and the top 10. All right. So, following this, after the match, Gallows and Anderson attacked Sheamus and Cesaro from behind, which led to the teams brawling all over the arena until Sheamus and Cesaro take them out with a bro kick and a European uppercut, respectively. So that is going to result in out-of-match assault points for Anderson and Gallows. So that's an additional 4 points for each of them. That puts Gallows at 40 and Anderson at 31.
Okay, just 1 second here.
And then Sheamus and Cesaro are each going to get 4 for an assault and 1 for a finisher, as 5 points each to them. So Cesaro will get 5 more points, puts him at 69. And Sheamus will get 5 additional points, put him at 60. All right. You good, Tiff?
You said Sheamus is 69 and...
Cesaro is 69. Sheamus is 60.
Okay, I got that backwards then. Okay, got it.
All right. Michael Cole throws to a Connor Secure video package.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see another shot of the cage. We're going to get to that in a minute. First up, the face winners of the match from earlier in the evening, the Cruiserweight match, are in the backstage area celebrating when they are joined by the Cruiserweight champion, Neville. Neville, who says that he just spoke to Kurt Angle and that tomorrow night on 205 Live, there is going to be a fatal 5-way elimination match to determine the number 1 contender for his title at No Mercy.
Mm-hmm.
So that is promo to all 4 of those gentlemen. So that would
I'm assuming Enzo wins that match.
He does. Spoilers. Red Metal Leak. And Cedric Alexander. 13. And Neville. Neville. It's 81.
Oh my God.
Neville back in the top 10, just barely. All right.
7. Cedric.
Good, Tiff?
Yep, it's almost done. I gotta get back down to Neville.
Neville.
Okay, obviously I'm not saying it right. Neville.
No, you gotta say it
Neville.
twice.
I know that. I'm
Neville.
just getting there.
Okay, good.
Now, there's always a pause, Jim. Remember this.
Fair enough.
Just because you
Alright,
assume
we're
the
good.
pause doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Look, just keep your paws off, okay?
Moving on.
Yes. So we see the crew reinforcing the ring so that these 2 behemoths can sufficiently have their match.
Which they do.
Yep. Backstage, there's an interview with the ref who worked the Big Show Strowman match where they broke the ring a few weeks ago. And it says he doesn't know what to expect from the 2 tonight, and he's just going to stay out of the way.
Okay, then.
We then cut to Big Show in the back doing an interview talking about his 23-year career, saying he's never faced an opponent like Strowman. And when he throws Strowman into the cage, he's going to shred his face and his bones will break. And he plans to chokeslam him straight to hell and walk out victorious.
Okay, then.
There hasn't been one person in 23 years big enough or bad enough to break him because he's the world's largest athlete. Yeah, a Big Show. I feel the need to point out to you that, if I recall correctly, I believe it was DX, they did beat you, they did break you, and they shoved Vince's face up your ass. Just saying.
Yeah, but they had the golden shovel.
This is true.
Or actually, I'd say the glowing neon green shovel. But yeah.
So Big Show gets promo points, and that brings him up to 15.
Correct.
Big promo.
Yes. All right. And then we go to our main event of the evening, Braun Strowman versus the Big Show inside of a steel cage.
I just realized I just kind of got host for Raw.
Yeah. We're gonna well, let me do this match, then we're gonna find out how hosed. But we'll get there. In the meantime, main event, which does result in a victory for Braun Strowman, the monster among men, and ends post-match with him picking the Big Show up on his shoulders, all 400 some odd pounds of him, and power slamming him through a cage wall.
Yeah, I was impressed that Braun Strowman was able to actually pick up Big Show not once but twice, and with like no effort. It's like, geez, dude.
I remind you that Braun Strowman's previous career before wrestling was as a circus strongman.
True.
That's the greatest resume. Circus strongman, WWE professional wrestler.
Yeah. So yes, Big Show was defeated soundly in this match.
No.
Sorry, John. So Big Show, however, Big Show will still get some nice points here, because Big Show is still going to get himself 5 points for being in the match. He's going to get 4 for being in the main event, is 9. He's going to get 3 for being in a specialty match, is 12. And he's going to get 6 move points, is 18 points to the Big Show. How about that? 25 and 8 is 33. Good for you, Big Show. Now, Braun Strowman, on the other hand, Braun Strowman is going to get, let's see. Let's calculate this. Braun Strowman is going to get 20 points for winning the match. He's going to get 10 for winning a specialty match. Let's see. He is going to get, let's see, hang on. So 20 for that. He's going to get 10 for winning a specialty match. He's going to get 9 for being in and winning the main event, plus 5 for competing in the main event, plus 3 for competing in a specialty match. Plus 7 move points. Plus 5 for an OMG for power slamming Big Show through the cage.
Yep.
You're at 59 right now.
Yes. Wasn't it 69 when we did it yesterday?
I'm not sure I erased everything.
I'm pretty sure it was 69. What did I do wrong here? Hang on, let's try this again. Let's just start off. So 5 for competing, 4 for being in the main event, 3 for being in a specialty. And he got 7 moves. And then he gets 20 for winning a match. He gets 10 for winning a specialty. And he gets another 5 for winning the main event. It's 54. Where the hell did we get 64 yet?
And
that's not
OMG.
the OMG, right. So then where the hell... No, hang on. No, wait. So what? That was 59
Did
after
you get
that.
being in and winning the main event?
Yes, I counted that. Well, he gets 4 because the power slam was post-match, which is 63.
Post-match assault?
Yeah, which I just gave him.
Okay.
And then he picked up a mic and cut a promo after the match is another 5. Is 68.
Maybe you're missing a move?
No, I wrote 7 moves down. I got it right there.
Maybe you scored it wrong yesterday?
It's possible.
It's possible because I was looking through my stuff and I mean, what we had done is like, okay, I probably put it like on a different person and everything like that. So just going by what you have here.
Yeah. I don't know. That's weird. They never really wrote the points down.
Oh, you can only go by what you got, so.
Yeah, so 68 points to Braun Strowman then.
All right.
Brings him up to 79.
Oh, wait, you know what it is? I know what it is. I didn't actually give him post-match assault, but we were including the 5 points for his promo earlier in the night. Which would have put him at 69. So technically, so yeah, this is actually right. It's 68 for now because we didn't include the out-of-match assault. Okay.
Fair enough.
So 68 points to Braun Strowman. On top of the 11 he already has is 79 points to Braun Strowman. Well, 79 points in total for Braun Strowman, I should say. Not even in the top 10.
Oh, I thought he would have made it
Not
at
yet.
least to the bottom. Oh well. Was everyone in the top 10 have over 100 points then?
They might.
Yeah.
Yes. Grand Metalik's at 97. He's the low end. No, 81 for Neville. 81.
All right. So after No Mercy, he'll be in the top 10.
Neville and Rollins are tied at 81.
Fair enough.
They're on the low end.
Fair enough.
All right. And thus we end the program.
For Raw. Anyway.
Hoorah, indeed. Let us take a look at the scores. Let's hit a data refresh on that, and let's see where we're at, shall we?
If we must.
We must. So, in the lead at 1076
Jesus. Holy shit.
are the Champions of Justice, who just own that fucking Raw. Followed at 866 by the TNA Worldwide. Followed at 752 by the Glorious End, and still trailing in last at 609 is me and the Broken Highlight Club.
Good Lord.
Yeah, she got 400 points for Rush.
Wow.
3. Less than 3.
746, 846, 946, 1046. It's a more than 3.
Oh, it's okay. So 320.
It's 330.
Still.
It was not 400. I miscalculated, but still. This is what date was Raw? Raw was the 4th. Yeah.
This is why you should predate everything.
I should, but I never do. Okay.
I went and predated all the way until the end of September.
Nice.
Cool. Anyway, let's run back over here and let us continue by moving on to the SmackDowns. SmackDown.
I didn't watch most of it. I didn't get a chance to, but I saw parts of it.
Talk about some SmackDown. All right.
I did see all of it. I don't think I remember some of it.
Well, SmackDown is going to open up, taking place at the Denny Sanford Premier Center in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. SmackDown opens up with a video promoting Orton versus Nakamura in the main event for the #1 contendership. We go to the backstage area where Orton cuts a promo about the match, saying that Nakamura will not distract him from his ultimate goal of taking the WWE Championship from Jinder Mahal, and no one rises above the Viper. We then go to Nakamura in the locker room where he cuts a promo saying he respects Orton, but he's going to fulfill his destiny of winning the WWE title.
If you don't learn how to cut a promo, dude.
Not all of us can have John Cena teach us how to cut a promo.
True.
So promo to Orton and Shinsuke. And Shinsuke 5 and 93.
Run.
Next up, James Ellsworth and Carmella come out to the ring. Ellsworth starts to introduce Carmella until he gets interrupted by Kevin Owens. Owens gets to the ring and says he has good news. He's going to be a special guest referee for Carmella's next match. He attempts to forcibly take the referee's shirt, but Shane McMahon comes out for the save. He gets in the ring and says he's shutting him down, and Owens won't be making himself a referee tonight. Shane says Kevin needs to stop blaming him for losing, and says that on SmackDown they won't hand him a championship like Triple H did on the Raw brand. Owens blames Shane for not being the U.S. champ right now, says Shane acts like this because Vince didn't give him enough attention as a kid.
Oh crap. I seen this part.
He says Shane's family would have been better off had he not survived his recent helicopter crash,
Wow.
including his kids.
Mm-hmm.
No, before
Yeah.
that, he actually mentions his kids.
Yeah.
You know, like your family would be ashamed of you, like you mean your kids, and that's when Shane gets in. It's like, don't you ever mention my kids again. And then he mentions his kids again by saying, yeah, they'd be better off with you dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that's when he loses it.
Yep. This sets off Shane, and he starts fighting with Owens out of the right and over the announce table at ringside. Shane gets on Owens and starts pummeling him and shoving off anyone who tries to stop him. Daniel Bryan, Joey Mercury, and others come down to pull him off and calm him down. Shane heads backstage, and Daniel Bryan doesn't look happy.
No.
So, let's see. I guess that's going to be a promo to Owens.
Yeah, I would say give Shane points for this, just because this is probably the start of the feud.
Nobody has Shane though.
I know, but just start racking up the points for Shane so that when we inevitably give him to someone, once the feud really kicks off, then he'll have points.
And then Kevin Owens is going to get a promo on an assault. There's 9 points to Owens. It's at 67.
Why does Shane only get 4? Just to like.
So Shane did promo. You're right. He should technically get the promo points too. You are correct.
So he gets 9, and we got Kevin Owens at 58 plus 9, 67.
Yep. Meanwhile, Kevin Owens is being held backstage by Charles Robinson and some other refs. Daniel Bryan runs up and apologizes for Shane, saying he was way out of line. And Owens says that Bryan better enjoy his job while he has it, because he's going to sue Shane and literally turn SmackDown into the Kevin Owens show. He says he's suing WWE and every member of the McMahon family. Bryan asks if there's another way they can handle this, and Owens says the only other option would be to press criminal charges against Shane. I was going to consider that part of the same Kevin Owens promo. I'm not going to give him more points for that.
Gee, thanks.
Good call.
Oh, excuse me. We go to the ring then for the reason Carmella came out in the first place, and that's to have a match against the champ Natalya. Non-title, of course.
Which she promptly loses.
Carmella hits a Hurricanrana, follows up with the dropkick and takes control, and Natalya comes back with a suplex. We see Naomi watching backstage. Carmella puts a face lock, and they go back and forth basically until after Carmella manages to fight out of a sharpshooter and hit an elbow and a super kick for a 2. Ellsworth gets on the apron and hands over the briefcase, but Carmella gets mad and doesn't want the briefcase, and Natalya takes advantage of the distraction by rolling Carmella up from behind.
Fucking Ellsworth.
Ellsworth apologizes to Carmella, and she rips into him, saying Ellsworth is the sorriest excuse for a human being she's ever met. And she doesn't need a genetic defect like him. She says Ellsworth is a charity case, and his mother should have given him away at birth. She says she's through with Ellsworth, then leaves with the briefcase.
To a chorus of yes, yes, yes.
Depending on how this plays out, I would give all the points if after No Mercy, Ellsworth came back to Raw and was the first challenger in the Braun Strowman Open Challenge.
Dude, Big Cass needs to come back, and they need to put him on SmackDown because, yeah, this bullshit's kind of gone on far too long.
About 3 minutes.
Right?
May they both rest in peace. Anywho. Eh. Yeah. So let's see here. So Ellsworth gets accompaniment and interference. So that's going to give him 11 points, puts him at 21. And then I guess we'll give Carmelo a promo for yelling at him, I guess. Carmelo will get 5 on that, for the promo at least. That puts her at 20. And then Carmelo also gets 5 for being in the match. And 5 moves, actually, so 10 more points to Carmella. Puts her at 30, actually. All right. Natalia won the match, gets 20 for that, 5 for competing, and 1 for the sharpshooter. Is 26 points to Natalia. Puts her at 49. Okay. We cut to Shane backstage looking concerned about what happened earlier. And next up, we're told that Dolph Ziggler will re-debut next.
Oh, God, this.
So Dolph Ziggler comes out to his usual entrance music and gets on the mic. He says the WWE Universe doesn't appreciate how great he is in the ring. And they don't realize that he's the greatest performer in WWE history. He says the fans would rather have some dumb gimmick than Ziggler. So the screen goes dark and he walks off. Then with Ziggler's name still on the screen, John Cena's music hits and he comes out wearing Cena's hat. The crowd boos, so he says, okay, I got another one.
He comes out with John Cena's hat, and he has a rally towel like John Cena, except it says DZ on it. It was kind of hilarious.
Nice.
He takes the hat off, tosses it in the ring, and basically does like a mock John Cena thing, and like throws a towel into the crowd or whatever, and like makes like he's going to run down the ring, and he's like, no. That's not doing it for you? Okay, I think I know what you want.
Yeah, he does another one, so he goes to the curtain, and this time he comes back out with Macho Man's entrance music.
Nice.
And some hot chick.
Yep.
I assume that's some like NXT diva or some shit. I don't know.
Chick. Oh.
I find it interesting that they like gave him a completely like custom Macho Man robe and stuff. It's like red and white and stuff. It's kind of cool looking, actually. Kind of want that in the game.
Yeah.
He's like, not
like,
doing it for you. I know exactly what you want.
He said the crowd isn't going for the nostalgic act like they usually do, but he knows what they want. So he goes back and comes back out.
Oh my God, this. Holy shit.
He comes back out dressed in glow-in-the-dark ring gear doing Naomi's dance.
And he's got like glow-in-the-dark like fake hair. And he's got this robe with a glow-in-the-dark, like almost kind of like a Ric Flair robe. But honestly, it's kind of badass. When I saw him come out with that, I was like, ooh, I kind of want that. But he did the entrance pretty good. He did the Mock Naomi entrance, and he slid on his knees and stuff. It was actually, he did a good job with it. But I was like, okay. I facepalmed at the hair, but then I took a good look at the robe and was like, that's actually kind of a cool robe.
He says that anyone can do what he just did, but no one can do what he does in the ring. He doesn't care about the crowd just like they don't care about him, and they all make him sick. And Dolph leaves.
Did you see this part, Jim?
I saw none of SmackDown.
You need to see this. It was amazing.
Yeah, I will go look it up later.
Also, I would say if they're not going to give us Jericho's light-up jacket, but they're giving us Naomi's entrance, you need this robe.
Yeah, clearly.
Like, the light-up belt I thought was gaudy, but that robe was actually kind of cool.
Yeah. So then we go to the ring.
I would also like to point out, Ziggler, kind of not wrong about what he said.
He's not wrong.
Like, I don't know what's with WWE these days and just calling out the WWE universe on their bullshit, but holy crap, they've been hitting the nail on the head the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
Sorry, WWE universe, but WWE's kind of right.
Yep. So next up, we go to the ring. And Aiden English beats Sami Zayn in about 6 seconds.
God damn it. I'm getting host on SmackDown, too. That's fucking wonderful.
Zayn interrupts English's song to start the match. Zayn's in control early on, but he goes up top for something, misses completely, and just gets rolled the hell up.
That's fucking random. I take it AJ didn't even show up, probably.
AJ did commentary during the something later on.
So there was no U.S. Open Challenge. That's fucking wonderful.
Yeah, no, he did commentary during Baron Corbin's match.
It's basically I got completely hosed this week.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So, Sami Zayn is going to get 5 points for competing in that match and doing nothing. So, five to Sami Zayn. Puts him at 21. And then Aiden English is going to get 20 for winning and 5 for competing, is 25 to Aiden English. Puts him at 60. 60. All right. Following this, we see both the New Day and the Usos walk into Daniel Bryan's office. And they discuss their match next week. Usos saying it's going to be a Sin City street fight in Las Vegas. They leave, and the New Day seems excited about the match. But Bryan says that he needs to take a phone call. He speaks to the other person on the other end of the phone, refers to him as Sir, and talks about him doing something in the ring later in the night.
He's got no chance.
Spoilers. So the New Day and the Usos get promo. All of them.
Yeah. And also, Usos, do you really want to challenge a 3-man team to a street fight? Are you really? Really? You want to make it legal for all 3 of them to beat your asses? Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
See, what's risky is that's where the Usos pull out their secret weapon and Tamina crush.
No, that's where they pull out the secret weapon and Daddy Crush.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, they can't handle the quiche. Nobody can handle Big Quiche.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Big E would pick up and power slam Big Quiche.
Not before Big Quiche Samoan drivered his ass.
Yeah.
Big E would be too busy wiping the stink off his face after Big Quiche rubbed his ass in his face.
Alright, let's see here. Kofi. And Xavier. 10. Okay.
And you did the Usos?
That's the next step.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you got them already.
Yeah, going to the Usos for 5 points a pop. 5 to Jimmy is 57, and 5 to Jay is 62. Following this, Daniel Bryan comes out to the ring without his entrance music. And he tells Shane to come down to the ring. And he does. And Bryan says that back when The Miz used to call him out, Shane told him to put WWE, the fans, and the employees first. So Bryan restrained himself from punching Miz in the face. Bryan says Shane can't assault an employee and they can't run SmackDown like that. Shane says he's right and he takes responsibility for his action. Bryan says they're in legal trouble now and the company employees are in jeopardy. Shane says he'll talk to Owens and smooth this over, but Bryan says it's too late for that. Bryan says he just got a call from WWE Chairman Vince McMahon, and effective immediately, Shane is indefinitely suspended. Bryan leaves first, and then Shane. I guess we'll throw Shane a promo for that.
And Bryan and Vince are kind of hypocrites because it's okay for Triple H to pedigree anyone he wants when he's the fucking COO. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
You miss the difference. Vince likes Triple H.
Ouch.
There's always been, the K-Fo storyline has always been that Vince has always been disappointed in and hated Shane.
Still ouch.
He brought WCW out from under him. Payback's a bitch.
Well. Also, Shane gets promo points.
I gave him to him already.
Okay.
Following this, we cut back to Jinder Mahal with the Singh brothers, where he cuts a promo about how he's already beaten Orton and Nakamura, and he represents Asia better than Nakamura ever could.
Damn.
And for over 100 days, he's proven that he's the greatest WWE champion of all time.
No.
He says tonight he'll be watching Orton versus Nakamura very closely. Oh, by the way, backtrack.
Yeah.
I forgot. Naomi gets 3 points for watching a match on a monitor during the Natalya match.
Okay, then.
He's 3.
3 for Naomi. I forgot that. Meanwhile, coming back to this, Jinder Mahal and I'm assuming the Singh brothers aren't saying anything.
Probably not. I don't know.
So Singh brothers are going to get 3 each, and then 5 for Jinder. I'll put Samir at 30. And then put Sunil at 30. And Jinder Mahal gets 5 points. Which puts him at 51. All right. Good, Tiff?
Yep.
Okay. Next up, AJ Styles comes out on commentary for the next match, where he mentions that he's going to be auctioning off his gold elbow pad that he's wearing for the Connor's Cure charity that was aforementioned. So if you want to bid on AJ Styles' gold elbow pad, go do that.
Really, that's all they used him for was for that? Fucking WWE.
Well, not just that. He and Corbin talk shit to each other through the whole match.
What happened to the U.S. Open Challenge?
There was no time. I'm just assuming. I really have no goddamn idea.
So, commentator gives him 5, so he's at 60.
Yep, so AJ Styles would get commentary points at 155. And then the match is Baron Corbin versus Ty Dillinger, where Ty Dillinger gets buried.
I thought Baron Corbin's gimmick was he was getting buried.
Well, he beat Ty Dillinger off of a cheap shot to the throat and an end of days.
Okay, then.
AJ takes issue with Corbin's win on commentary, and the two stare each other down after the match.
Do something, AJ. Get me some points. No? Okay.
So anyway, Ty Dillinger is going to get 5 points for being in this match.
Could just get Baron Corbin his points, so you're staring right at him right now.
And one move is 6 points to Dillinger.
Or you can completely ignore me. Fair enough.
I can completely ignore you. I'm choosing to do that.
Why must you do it the long way?
Because I feel like it. So 6 points to Ty Dillinger is going to be 23. Baron Corbin gets 20 for winning, 5 for competing is 25. And 6 moves is 31 points to Baron Corbin.
How many again?
31.
60 points.
60 even. So after the match, Ty Dillinger is in the backstage area selling the cheap shot to the throat when he's approached by AJ Styles. And AJ offers Ty Dillinger another shot on at the U.S. title next week on SmackDown. And Ty says that would be phenomenal.
To promo to those two men.
Yes. AJ goes up to 160, and Ty Dillinger goes up to 28. All right.
Baron Corbin, you better not fuck this up for me next week.
I hope so, because then I get the points. Ha ha ha.
It's true. Anyway, we see a special video package of Bobby Roode and his NXT career highlights.
Because I couldn't be bothered to show up.
Yeah. He's too glorious.
So, what does that do? Does that...
Bobby Roode doesn't get shit. Moving on.
Okay.
James Ellsworth finds Carmella in the backstage area and apologizes again for messing things up and begs her for another chance, saying he'll do anything she wants. Carmella says that from now on, they're doing things her way. And she grabs Ellsworth, gives him a big kiss, then smacks him in the face. And then walks away, and Ellsworth looks confused.
We want Cass. We want Cass. Also, promo points. And does a slap constitute an assault?
I don't know. What do the other two think?
I think we said no on that previously.
So promo to Ellsworth and Carmella. That's 26 for Ellsworth and 35 for Carmella. And then we go to our main event, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Randy Orton for the #1 contendership for the WWE Championship. And your winner and still #1 contender, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yes, 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 yes.
Why are you yesing?
Because John has Shinsuke.
Yes. Who has Randy?
Ted.
I do.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So we're gonna give a company. Let's see. So Jinder and the Singh brothers are watching backstage. We don't need to worry about that because they got points for stuff earlier. So we're gonna do Randy Orton first. Randy Orton is gonna get himself 5 points for competing. 4 for being in the main event is 9. 9 evasion points is 18, and 4 moves is 22 points to Randy Orton. 57 is 59. And Shinsuke Nakamura is going to get 20 points for winning this match. He's going to get 9 points for being in and winning the main event, is 29. He's going to get 5 for actually competing in the match, is 34. He's going to get 4 moves, is 38. And 12 evasion points is 50 points to Shinsuke Nakamura. How about that, John?
I like it.
Which is going to put Shinsuke Nakamura, let's see, 93, that's
143.
Yep, that's what I thought. 43. And that I think that puts him in second, if I'm checking correctly.
Correct.
Yeah, no, third.
Third? Who's second?
Enzo.
Oh. And you can teach that.
Pretty much.
Bada boom, second realest guy in the room. How you doing?
Yeah. Post-match, Daniel Bryan runs up to Kevin Owens and tells him that Shane has been suspended, so this situation is done. Owens tells him he's just getting started. Next week, he will make SmackDown his personal playground. Owens says there's nothing Bryan can do about it, but Bryan says there is someone who can do something about it, Vince McMahon, who will be in the house on SmackDown next week. Promo to Kevin Owens. Was Kevin Owens at 72.
Please, Vince, please don't stop Kevin Owens.
Alrighty, and let's go ahead and check the scores. Refreshing. Oh, here we go. Still in the lead at 11:53 is Champions of Justice, followed at 9:41 by TNA Worldwide, followed by the Glorious End at 8:28, and at 6:65, Broken Highlight Club still in last. 828, 941. I'm at 665. And Tiff's at 11:53. All right, and then we go over to the 205 Live.
Surprisingly, I'm involved in every single match on the card, even though I lost the main event.
Yes.
That actually surprised me. I'm like, wait, I have a player in every match? Ooh. I don't know if I won any of them, but at least I get points for all of them.
All right, well, let's see what's going on. All right.
TJP.
So, Nigel McGuinness is here joining Vic Joseph for the first time on 205 Live. Nigel hypes the Cruiserweights and mocks Enzo.
Oh, no one likes Enzo.
We have a recap of TJP's faux injury being revealed during Daivari's match with Rich Swann last week. Which takes us into the opening match where the opponent gets an inset promo. Daivari promises to inflict pain on TJP until he really needs crutches. Rich Swann decides to come out and watch the match, so he comes out and sets up a folding chair on the announce desk to get a good view. So Rich Swann is going to get commentary points. He also brought popcorn. Your points.
Of course, he brought popcorn.
All right, and then Arya Daivari cut an inset promo on the as they were doing entrances, so he'll get 5 points on the promo.
All right.
19. Then Daivari lost the match to TJP.
Woo!
So Daivari is going to get 5 points for being in the match.
Most.
Like I said, this recap only gives the finishing maneuver. Stop.
I didn't know if he had a finishing maneuver. You didn't mention it. That's why I asked. You need to stop being so butthurt every time I ask.
Stop asking every time. I know to include the move points. If there are any, I will mention it.
Did you score anybody before Daivari?
I gave Rich Swann 5 points for being at the commentary table. All right. So Daivari gets an additional 5 points, which is going to put him at 24. TJP won the match. That's 20. 5 for competing is 25. And 1 for the detonation kick that he won with is 26 to TJP. One and 6 is 47. Next, Rich Swann gets in the ring and tells TJ they should have a one-on-one rubber match in their friendly rivalry next week. He then dabs on Perkins on his way out. And Nigel says he's going to text Kurt Angle to make sure that match gets booked.
So, in K-Fob, 205 Live is now officially part of Raw?
It always has been.
That's not what I got out of it. I got that some of the superstars were on Raw, but I didn't think that Raw had control of 205 Live.
Yeah, Raw owns the Cruiserweight division.
Hmm.
Don't you remember when they put it on the line against SmackDown in exchange for the Intercontinental title, but then they ended up keeping it?
Yeah.
So they both get promo points.
Yeah.
Well, TJ didn't say anything. Swan just cut a promo on him, so Swan gets promo points. Next, we have some highlights of Brian Kendrick busting Jack Gallagher open last week. And then Drew Gulak is walking backstage handing out flyers for his Better 205 Live on the way to the ring. We come out to the ring where Kurt Angle texted McGinnis back and that TJP vs. Swan will happen next week.
Doodaloo, doodaloo.
Yep. Drew Gulak gets in the ring to speak, saying he wants to spread his message, so he did something concise and fun. He made a PowerPoint. It has 227 slides.
Oh, Jesus. No.
Sadly, he only makes it through two of his proposals. Number one, no jumping off the top rope, and number two, no jumping off the middle rope, when Akira Tozawa's entrance music cuts him off.
Ha, 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 ha.
Tozawa then comes to the ring and proceeds to beat Drew Gulak via a senton off the top.
Yes.
So Gulak is going to get a promo. So 5 for promo and 5 for being in the match. So 10 points to Gulak.
Oh, that was an actual match.
Yes.
Even better.
All right. And then Akira Tozawa gets 20 and 5 for competing, and 1 is 26 points. Is going to be, let's see, that would be 39, and 6 is 45.
He came out alone, huh?
I see no reference to Titus being around.
Huh. That's strange. Okay. Moving on.
Dasha Fuentes interviews Enzo in the back about his work smarter, not harder quote from Raw. He puts on the division but says that he's 3-0 as a cruiserweight without having traveled the world working the indies for 10 years, and he's putting 205 Live on the map. And he set his certified GPS on the title.
Okay, then.
Neville walks up and says he's a disgrace who doesn't belong with the athletes of the division, but Enzo cuts him off, saying that, I'm sorry there, Frodo, but I'm not going to play this Game of Thrones. At New Mercy, I'm taking the belt.
Okay.
Promo to Enzo and Neville.
Neville.
Enzo at 155. Neville. 6.
Oh, God. Enzo's going to be at number 1 after this match. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, he probably will be.
No, he will, because AJ didn't fucking do anything this week. Next week, assuming AJ actually, defends his title and it's a successful defense, he'll probably dethrone Enzo. And then Enzo's going to win the Cruiserweight title and take it right back.
Yeah. Zo cuts another promo on the way to the ring, calling his opponents soft.
Of course he does, because that's the only word he knows.
Yeah. So, we then have our main event match, which is a fatal 5-way elimination match for the #1 contendership for the Cruiserweight title. Competing in this match are Enzo Amore, Cedric Alexander, Tony Nese, The Brian Kendrick, and Grand Metalik.
Right.
So we're going to go in order. And the order is Cedric did all the work and Enzo stole the match.
Oh, fuck Enzo.
So let's see what happens here. So, all right. So we'll do the two heels first. They tried to team up against the faces to decent effect, but not enough. So the Brian Kendrick is going to get 5 points for being in this match. 4 for being in the main event is 9. 3 for a specialty is 12. And 4 moves is 16 points Kendrick.
All right.
That's going to put him at 70.
Ooh.
Tony Nese actually has the exact same points. Let's look at that now. Because he also had 4 moves, which means the same exact damn thing. So what did I just give Kendrick?
I don't know.
Okay, let's see. 5 and 4 is 9. 3 is 12. And 4 is 16 to Tony Nese. Is 40. That puts him at 50. 50. Wait a minute.
Hmm.
Yeah, 50. Okay. Then we will go on to some faces. Grand Metalik had 1 move, so he is going to get the 12 plus 1 is 13 points to Grand Metalik, which is going to conveniently put him right at 110. And then we go to Cedric Alexander, who is going
to fucking work.
Yes, who's going to get 5 points for competing. 4 for the main event is 9, and 3 for the specialty is 12. He is going to have 5 move points, is 17. He's going to have 9 evasion points, is 26. And another 9 points for getting all the eliminations, except for the last one, of course.
Wow.
Is going to be, that'd be 4, is 35 points to Cedric. It's 45, puts him at 148.
Fuck you, Enzo.
And then Enzo Amore. Things that happened in this match, for anybody at home who's interested, by the way. Enzo stayed outside crowing about how smart he was. He pulled Kendrick off the apron at one point. The heels attacked Enzo, who took tandem super kicks. Then Cedric and Metalik leveled them with drop kicks, and Cedric hit a standing Spanish fly. Cedric Alexander and Nese battle on the ropes when Metalik grabs them and hits a sunset flip superplex powerbomb.
Damn.
Zo tries to do a dive, but he gets caught and dropped on the announce table and then thrown over into the barricade. Kendrick convinces Nese to work together and then attacks him from behind immediately. Metalik plunges onto Kendrick, then Nese turns him inside out with a clothesline. Nese goes to hit Metalik with his finisher, but then Cedric hits him with a lumbar check instead, making Nese the first elimination. Then he throws Kendrick out of the ring, escapes a Metalik driver, and hits Metalik with a lumbar check to eliminate him. Then he battles Kendrick for a while, but kicks out of a sliced bread.
Then we lost Jim.
And then hits the lumbar check on him.
Jim.
Why? Why?
You kind of broke up and disappeared there for a minute. You're going to have to repeat yourself for the people at home.
What?
You broke up when you were talking about Cedric fighting Kendrick.
Cedric and Kendrick battled in the ring. Alexander kicked out after a sliced bread number 2, survived 2 applications of the captain's hook, and then hit a lumbar check to get the hat trick of eliminations.
All right.
Yes.
And what, Enzo caught him from behind and just tossed him?
Yep, and then so he gets the hat trick of eliminations, but then Amore slides in and rolls him up with a handful of tights.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Enzo celebrates around the ring while Alexander seethes in the ring.
Yeah, that's not over. Alexander's going to kick his ass.
Enzo Amore gets himself, let's see here, let's calculate. He's going to get 20 points for winning the match. He's going to get 10 for winning a specialty match. He's going to get 9 for being in and winning the main event, 5 for competing in the main event, 3 for competing in a specialty match. And he didn't have any moves, I don't think.
Not that you mentioned, no.
No. So therefore, 47 points to Enzo.
Jesus.
Which would be 40, would be 95.
202.
Yeah, 202.
Good Lord.
Bada boom, realest guy in the room, how you doing?
Highest points in
Yeah. Now, John, I have to ask, what the fuck? Why is it Enzo Amore is the one guy you have the opposite effect on?
Well, it doesn't matter if I tell you because I can't teach it. So
That's true. I'm just saying.
I don't know. I was just like, I'll take him, and and they're like, hey, let's go do stuff with him, even though apparently we hate him. What? Okay.
Let's use Enzo to get over this show that no one's watching, and it's working. All right, final score.
None of us still watch it, so.
Final scores for the week. Clocking in the lead at 12:02 is the Champions of Justice. Followed not too far behind at 10:44 by TNA Worldwide. Followed by the Glorious End at 8:85. Followed by the Broken Highlight Club at 6:75.
This is going to come down to the last pay-per-view, isn't it?
No.
The December pay-per-view is going to decide everything.
No?
You don't think so?
Not every.
No, not really.
Why not? It's close enough.
No, I mean, between you and Tiff, maybe, but there's a lot of time to go before that.
Yeah.
It's not going to decide shit for me, considering I got 250 points for the entire fucking week.
Yeah. I don't know though, dude. If Braun Strowman takes the title, holy shit. Because you know they'll do stuff with him.
Yeah. We shall see.
And then if Enzo Amore, well, actually that doesn't really matter because he has Neville as well.
Yeah.
This means more points for John.
Pretty much. So between you three, maybe. I probably don't stand a chance unless Braun wins the belt and then defends it every week.
He won't defend it every week, but he'll...
Or at least competes in matches every week.
He's going to defend it twice because he wants competition.
Yeah. Well, at the very least...
I wouldn't put it past him.
Twice every night.
At the very least, he'll continue to be involved in all the main events, which will be a lot of points to you.
True. let's go to the leaderboards.
Do it.
So at the top of the leaderboards, bada boom, realest guy in the room by 42 points is Enzo Amore.
Wow.
Followed by AJ Styles, the US champ, at 160. Followed by Cedric Alexander at 148. Followed by the number one contender for the WWE title, Shinsuke Nakamura at 143. Followed by John Cena at 119. Grand Metalik at 110. One half of the Raw Tag Champs, Dean Ambrose at 104. The Raw Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss at 102. The Miz, the Intercontinental Champion, at 90. And the Cruiserweight Champion, Neville, just barely making it in at 86, edging out the other half of the Tag Champs by 5.
King of the Cruiserweights.
And edging out Braun Strowman by 7.
For now.
For now.
The monster among men will rise to the top.
Yes. And it's worth noting down here for comparison's sake as to where Baron Corbin is right now. He has the same amount of points as Aiden English.
And Bobby Roode and Sheamus.
You know, Bobby Roode wasn't around this week. That's not his fault.
Fair enough.
And the least amount of points, besides 0, is Dana Brooke.
Who's inactive.
Who's inactive. So of active people, it's Victor. Victor and Rhino and the Canellises and Connor. So the Ascension and the Canellises are the shittiest people on the roster right now, to the shock of no one.
And Beauty and the Man Beast.
No. They're
Rhino's
higher.
down. Rhino's down there. Rhino's right above Victor.
Okay, the Man Beast is. Fair enough.
Who's the lowest person that's on a team? Like, even with 0. I'm just
Even with 0,
Oh.
Sin Cara.
damn it. Okay. I was hoping it was someone I had, so I had.
No, your lowest person is Luke Harper and Lindsay Dorado.
Who's my lowest person?
Alphabet.
Because yours is what? Primo. Who, interestingly enough, another rumor mill thing that the rumor is the Colognes are leaving WWE because apparently Carlito's father over there has started running promos for the Colognes merchandise in his promotion.
That was weeks ago. We don't know if that's true or not. Your lowest person is Victor, so you're the one team that doesn't have anybody with no points.
Fair enough, and that's probably why I'm actually able to compete right now.
Because Tiff only has 1 and it's Sin Cara, whereas John has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people with no points, and I have 3.
5 people.
5 people.
Really? Only one?
Yep, your only person is Sin Cara that doesn't have points.
John has 5 people with no points, and he's still kicking your ass.
Yeah.
Because I stole
enough.
Enzo Amore.
Yeah, you
And
did.
That's literally exactly why. That's the exact entire reason why.
Now can you dig that?
Sucker!
That's the shucky ducky quack quack moment of the week.
Pretty
Enzo Amore
much.
coming out of nowhere to take the number 1 spot.
There you go.
Sorry, Book, we're stealing that thing from you. We're gonna make it good.
Yep. I know Mercy's obviously not a cross-branded pay-per-view. I don't know what the next SmackDown pay-per-view is off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just going to wait for that, whenever that is, and I'm just going to wait for Jericho to show up at the pay-per-view and take the Intercontinental title from AJ just to piss you off.
You mean the U.S. title?
The U.S. title, yeah, that one.
I don't know.
Oh, well, they're not going to put it on Baron Corbin.
God, I hope not.
The SmackDown pay-per-view is Hell in a Cell.
They could put it on Ty Dillinger.
They could do that.
Or they could call up someone from NXT and put it on them.
So I guess that means I would assume that by extension that Jinder versus Shinsuke would be in the Cell, unless the Cell is going to be a different match.
Yeah, it's just going to be a Punjabi prison match that we can actually watch.
Yeah, kind of.
No offense to John, I hope Shinsuke doesn't win because. Yeah.
Yeah. Brooklyn Rage.
Mhm.
All right. So with that, ooh, random note on a news thing I just spotted here. By the way, apparently WWE was not aware that Baron Corbin was one of the football players suing the NFL in their concussion suit until it was revealed during the aforementioned meeting.
So WWE kind of did that themselves.
Kind of.
So therefore, they have no reason to be pissed at Corbin because they should have done their homework.
Yeah, well.
Like, no offense, I'm kind of 100% behind Corbin on this one because yeah, WWE, you done fucked up.
So with that, that is our program for the evening. I'm going to go ahead and close out some of these documents here. Save, close. And let's pop this up. All right, folks. This has been another Fantasy Log. Thanks for being here. Thank you three for being here.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And as always, we will see you next week.
See you later and good morning.